to go out into the weather to seal off the negative, what is it right now? -1 degree weather that's coming through my windows. Great times, great times.
That's why I'm rocking the sweater, because it's cold outside and I couldn't see myself sitting here without just feeling warm. I've been in my robe all day, so I figured I'd bring it up just a little bit for the cast.
I need to invest in a robe. I have all of these pairs of sweatpants and all of these sweaters, but no robe, which a robe would probably be convenient to have just to like kind of throw on over top. Let's check out the chat. Let's see what's been going on. So I know we put in a poll to see who would win in a war, Demacia or Noxus, and it was 6-2 with Noxus winning. What do you think? Who do you think would win in a war, Sam?
You know, I'm gonna have to go. I think I'm gonna agree with Noxus here. I think that they've got the master tactician on their side, and so I'm gonna go with Noxus.
Yeah.
What about you? How do you think?
My heart wants to say Demacia, but I also think I'd probably lean towards Noxus. Someone did make a good point that Noxus will use magic. Like, they don't care. They'll use whatever they need to absolutely wreck whoever they're going against. Whereas Demacia is very anti-magic. That's not saying that they don't have any kind of magical influences, because of course they have Lux, even though she's not really supposed to be using the magic. They've got like Giant Galio. They've got people like Shyvana. Which are like basically just like, she's a dragon, so that's pretty cool.
Half dragon.
She could turn into a dragon. So you got like all those cool things, but they are really weakening themselves by not allowing themselves to use magic. So I totally see where that's coming from. Guy says it's red. He's a Noxus supporter. Oh god, this feels like I'm Trump supporting. So I agree.
Didn't say support different, but yeah. You asked me who I thought would win, and I think you have a lot of great points there.
I see. Today we are following Zangi's team. Let's see what the name of Zangi's team is today.
They're the Piltover Party Girls.
Piltover Party Girls.
With Chef Zangi, Blaine, Eli, Mateo, and of course, who ate my Pop-Tarts?
I thought you were gonna say something completely different. Who ate my and I was like, oh, who? Pop-Tarts, got it. Okay, so you said Piltover Party Girls, Zangi, Blaine, Eli, Mateo, who ate my Pop-Tarts. In the first round, they are going up against the Bilgewater Babes. That is Jules, Bunny Wife / Dilfs, Diabolic Penguin, Power Bottom Barbie, and Tender Kitty. Looking, I don't see any substitutes. I see Mistofer as a substitute for Diabolical Penguin, unless that's the same person. I don't know. Sometimes the names don't match. I'm taking up their spot again. Oopsies. There we go. I moved to spectate. Now they can come back in. I'm loving these names. Bilgewater Babes, Naughty Noxians, Piltover Party Girls, Shurima Sugar Daddies, Yordle Yas Queens, Zon's Zaddies.
Favorite. Yes, the Yordle Yas Queens.
Yordle Yas Queens.
That's round 3, right? We got Piltover Party Girls versus the Yas Queens.
Believe so? Yes. Yes.
There we go.
I think my favorite is probably Zon's Zaddies. Was there a Braum one in Pearl? Yeah, Braum's Babes. That's okay.
Babes.
I love Braum, but I feel like there could be like a better second part for Braum's Babes. Braum's Bussies. Yeah, that one. Braum owns all the bussies. It's so funny. They got Tender Kitty and Power Bottom Barbie together. They are inseparable. They will never be separated, period.
Always.
That's on Bilgewater Babes. Okay, let's see. Who are we missing? Misto's on the wrong side, I think. Yeah, Misto. I'm assuming Misto is Mateo. I'm very excited because specifically for Chef Zangi, because every single season I've seen him get triple banned every single time in the first round. You'll see the Jarvan first ban, the Diana second ban, and then the third one, I believe it was Trundle. It was either Trundle or no, Shyvana. So they would just ban all 3 of those. So he was usually forced to play Trundle. That was like his very like last pick that he would go for. So at least this season, they're only allowed to target ban him once in the first round. Then I believe they're allowed to ban him again the second round if he doesn't pick in those first 3 picks. So we could see some Jarvan. Probably will get banned in the first 2 rounds. If they ban Jarvan, then they're not gonna be able to ban Diana. So we're probably gonna see a lot of Diana out of Zhengyi today. Diana or Shyvana, but most likely Diana, especially with the new items. With the new, like, she's still basically building the same for what I've seen. Like, she'll go the Nashers, and then she's going the, what's it called? Proteon?
Yep.
Yeah, that's changed. It's different this time, but I think it's still pretty good on her. But also I've been seeing a lot of Riftmaker.
Yeah, and I think also like Storm Surge you can play on her pretty well. So yeah, that's what I'm most excited tonight, is just seeing what builds everyone is gonna bring to the table this evening. It's like it's week 2, but it's week 1 of this new season. So everyone is it's gonna be chaos, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, it feels like today's the first day basically. Wait, Bunny Wife is level 999?
Oh, I don't think you're allowed to play anymore then.
What?
You gotta stop right there.
Get out.
Does it max?
Do you have a full-time job? Is League of Legends your full-time job? Holy cow. I mean, Power Bottom Barbie isn't that far behind. He's level 895. Give him a year. We'll be at 999. Maybe even less than a year. They said, Misto is on the wrong side. Are you missing someone? They restarted their client. No problem. Cool. So we're working through that. So who have you been playing since the item changes, and why?
Well, for me, I'm an AD carry right now, and so I've just been playing all the different ADCs, just kind of dipping my toes. Lethality ADCs are all, if you can build lethality, even if you're not traditionally a lethality ADC, I feel like you're trying lethality right now just because it's just so good. So I've been playing some Lucian, I've been playing, of course, some Kalista, I've been playing a lot of ARAM as well. I had Kog'Maw, I had Samira. Oh, love Samira. She's so strong right now with the items, just to get to collect everyone and just work off of pentas. So yeah, anyone who can rush that collector is so much fun. I even stuck in a game of Corki because one of my very first ADCs from way back. Now, of course, it relegated to the mid lane, but wanted to see what Corki's up to right now with the new items. It doesn't feel awful, although I can't say where I'd place him on a tier list.
Yeah, I got Corki in an ARAM a little bit ago, and like with the new AP items, it feels kind of the same for me. Like, if anything, it's just a very small improvement based on the build order. They kind of took out like a Sheen item early. Like, the Sheen item is almost like your last item because you kind of need to rush like the Luna's Companion into the what's the one that gives you the auto crit at levels less than 30%.
Oh, you're testing me early. Right. I don't know.
Testing your knowledge. It's not.
Someone in chat help us out.
It's not Horizon Focus. Yes, chat. What is the item that gives you Magic Pen, ability power, and gives you auto crit plus 20% when they're under 30% health? I wish I had just like a list open right now. This is so funny. So I switched the screen to where like you're on the right side, I'm on the left side, and my monitor is on the left side. So when I'm turning to look at my second monitor, it looks like I'm looking at you. So we're just like I'm just like talking to you in the camera.
Shucks, I should put my second monitor over on the opposite side so I can turn and so I'm not constantly glancing away from you.
Exactly. We could look at each other and talk to each other. Oh my gosh. Cartoon says Doran's ring. Yeah, that's the item. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but you guys know what I'm talking about. So that's basically been like the second one I've been seeing on Corki. Storm Surge isn't really that big on him because he's not usually doing that much burst. What was the third item that I saw build on him? I don't know. Everything seems very, very direct AP penetration on him right now, and then you kind of go for the Sheen, like maybe the Triforce later on. But that's what I've seen with him. Samira, I'm obsessed with.
Oh, tell me more.
So I have mixed feelings. I don't love lethality on Samira.
Okay.
And I felt this way in the past too, like without the lethality buffs. Like, lethality is for bursting down the squishies. Yes. not as good when you're like trying to take down some of the heavier hitters, some of the tankier people. It's got a little bit better with the lethality this season, but I still like a crit build better. But there isn't, like, the items are more leaned towards lethality than they are in crit. Like, if I go crit, it's just not going to be as effective in general. It's very hard to explain. Like, you kind of have to go Youmuu's Ghostblade first or second, or Collector's first. Like, you kind of start with those two items. And at that point, I'm sticking with the 20% crit from the Collector. And then my third item is usually going to be like an attack speed item or like a lifesteal item. So I'm not really building my crit plus damage unless I'm going Bloodthirster, which I guess is an option. I don't know. She just feels really weird right now for me.
That is the option. That's what I like. It's the Collector, and then lean in and go crit / lifesteal items. So Collector's like the lethality you need. It gives you that early power spike. It already has some crit in it, so then just transition into going crit with her. So like Collector, i.e. Immortal Shield Bow or Bloodthirster, and then kind of whichever one you didn't build. Maybe LDR if they're really beefy, but gosh, right now I feel like you're seeing more squishy. It just depends on your game. But if you've got something squishies, you just can lean in and pop off. I don't know. But that's one idea. I'm sure we've got some Samira. I don't know. Do we have any Samira players tonight that we're gonna see? I feel like anytime a player in this league has Samira in their pool, they get banned. No one wants to let that through. If
Tender Kitty is cute as ADC, which I'm pretty sure he is, he usually goes Samira in the bot lane. Okay. Samira, Nyla, I want to say maybe Tristana. Mostly Samira and Nyla. So there's a high possibility we're going to be seeing Samira in the bot lane this game, unless she's banned, which is probably likely. We'll probably see a Jarvan ban. We'll see a Samira ban. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Seraphine ban, because Power Bottom plays that a lot.
Yeah. Which I agree. I think a Seraphine ban, but that's the thing. Some of these have to go through. I think you've got a lot of signature champions on both on this side, so maybe something will slip through and we'll get to see a special here served up by either team.
Who knows? And what you were saying, like, depending on what team you're going against with, like, Samira's items, with the new tank items, it's insane. Like, I feel like third or fourth item, I almost always have to go something that, like, murders people with max health damage, like Lord Dominic's, or, like, I end up going Liandry's often on my mid laners, even though it's nerfed really hard on, like, the magic burn. Like, it's almost painful to build Liandry's right now. Kind of like there isn't anything that's better to burn down HP. Demonic Embrace is gone, so you can't stack it twice, like the burn. So I feel like mages are kind of in a rough spot with tanks right now, but they're a little busted on blowing up the squishies. Samira, I feel like I have to do Lord Dominic's basically third or fourth item every single time, because you have people like Scion and people like Mundo, or basically every top laner right now just building so much max health with these Heartsteel builds. For one, Heartsteel is in every freaking game. And then these items that give you like that 1200 magic resist shield, or what else is going on in the top lane? There's the new Immolate item, the one that gives you magic resist and the burn. There's just so much max health everywhere right now.
And I think if I had to pick like a big winner when it comes to itemization, it's definitely tanks. If you are someone who likes to play tanks and you enjoy it, you've got so many new tools to play with. You finally have a magic resist version of a Sunfire cape, and you've got just so many different tools that you can use, and you're, like you said, you're going to do a lot of damage too. And so yes, I think that around the map, like, there's, you know, obviously lethality is really strong, and mages got a lot of new items and stuff, but none of that actually does really particularly well against the new toys that the tanks have. And so you're definitely sitting pretty if you're someone if you're a tank enjoyer right now.
Oh boy, everyone is leaving the lobby, so I think they're creating a new one. I guess everyone's having some, like, it's a general thing where a lot of the lobbies are having issues right now with connecting. So let's see what is going on. Just see them all leaving one by one. Ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. Oh, maybe I should have left.
Yeah. Oops.
Maybe they'll be okay. Let's see. We'll find out. I have yet to play like a tank. I've always wanted an immolate item that has magic resist, because it did always feel bad basically going a tank and then not being able to access the immolate item unless you needed armor. Like if you were going top lane and you were playing a tank and you were going against Kayle and you really wanted Sunfire Cape, you have to get armor. So good luck with Kayle.
Yeah, just little ways of being able to push the lane and itemize for MR at the same time, I think is so important for that lane.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important. And I've seen so many AP top laners just in the last few days where I've been playing on this patch. So it's extra important that you have that option as everyone's playing around with the new mage items.
They just put a Kayle bot in one of the sides and like, we're ready. Like, no, don't do that. Have you seen oh, okay, they all got in here now. Good. Have you seen Teemo's win rate lately?
Oh god. there's a champion to look for today.
100%. Teemo is at a 55% win rate because of the whole Malignance passive with his alts. So his shrooms are basically applying a second burn that are reducing their magic resist. And so he's rushing Nashor's Tooth, he gets a Liandry's, or Malignance second, and then he gets Liandry's. So he's basically got triple burn going on. So he's one of the few people you can actually get the burn tripled on.
Yeah, unbelievable amount of damage comes out of that Teemo. Just an absolute hellspawn. I can't wait.
Jarvan ban, first ban. They said absolutely not, Zangy.
Surprise! Okay.
Yeah, God forbid he's able to play his Bane. Not allowed in this league. Nope. Lilia ban. I could have seen that coming too. If Tender was queued as either mid or jungle or top, he would have played Lilia. See, we've got a Gangplank ban. Samira ban.
Banned out, not gonna see it. But I think it's important ban, given the patch we're on.
Who's gonna be the last ban?
Are they gonna leave Teemo open? Will we see a first?
Bring in the Teemo.
This is your time to shine, Teemo mains.
You don't have to be afraid of
So we said this is Piltover Party Girls versus Bilgewater Babes.
Water Babes. First pick of week 2, first pick of this new patch.
Slow picking. Nocturne first pick? Okay.
Nocturne, alright.
Picking their jungler first. Interesting.
And Nocturne is strong right now too. I think he's definitely been benefited by some of the new items as well. And just kind of a good build path to be able to go straight away for like an Axiom Arc or something that just gets his ultimate on such a short cooldown. And I really like it in team play where you can just kind of put everything to darkness here.
Got a Lulu pick. Yeah, what's the new item that is AD and gives you like this big boost whenever you ult?
Experimental Hex Plate.
Experimental Hex Plate.
Attack speed, yeah.
Yeah, that apparently is very good on Nocturne, specifically because of the interaction with him. With that item, there's a lot of champions like Briar or like Warwick where it kind of doesn't work for them because they miss out on half of the duration, because when you push the R, that happens. With Nocturne, when you push R for the darkness, it doesn't activate that ability until you activate the second time.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware that there was that sort of an interaction. That makes sense though.
Yes.
And then you get there so quick, you get to utilize most of the time.
Yeah, I believe it's like 7 seconds. So he's at least utilizing 6 seconds of that.
Okay.
And that's all he needs. They're dead by the time that's up. Okay, got a Misfortune in the bot lane with the Lulu. I got a Syndra going mid. Power bottom Barbie choosing. Is he gonna go Renata? Is he gonna go Seraphine? Is he gonna go Soraka? Those are the 3 I'm voting on here. The Renata! I may have seen Power Bottom play a few times.
They're not one of Power Bottom Barbie's signature champions. Then
Oh, definitely.
Don't know that I've caught. I think I've caught one game of them on the Renata Glass, and it was a treat.
Yeah, they're definitely very good on Renata, so I'm interested to see who the ADC is going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a Nyla, especially into this kind of like all-in comp we've got going on with Nocturne diving in. So a Nocturne Nyla dive would be pretty cool.
Now on the other side, I've seen Misfortune played a ton. Obviously,
yeah.
So strong, good with the lethality build. Kled, I have not seen. Do you know of anything with Kled and anything cooking on this new patch with Kled?
I don't think so.
And Scarl.
I imagine the replacement for Gore Drinker. I want to say it's like Divine, not Divine. It's the one where every 6 seconds your next auto on a champion heals. It's like the new sustain item. Sundered Sky.
Sundered Sky. I was like, you're not talking about Sundered Sky. Yeah, Sundered Sky. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see how Sundered Sky would be really good on him.
I don't blame you.
But I haven't seen him play since the new item, so I don't. There could be a much better item for all I know. They took out the Nyla, so we're not gonna see the Nyla. They're probably watching the stream. I'm over here telling them who plays what.
And then there all the bans for Chef Zangy with the Trundle and the Diana, right?
Yeah, that means he's going Shyvana.
Shyvana on this new patch. I've not seen Shyvana either. So exciting.
That's my guess. That's what he normally goes. He could surprise us. He could go a Mumu. I think I've seen him play a Mumu once or twice. I'm trying to figure out what their strategy is over on Bilgewater Babes side, right? Is it Bilgewater Babes? No, Piltover Party Girls. Piltover Party Girls side right now, red side. I'm trying to see what they're going for here. Zoe picks. Kled's kind of going all in. If they have like a good distraction come in for the Misfortune ult, that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. Because right now they don't have much of a front line aside from Kled. Zoe's gonna be basically running for her life the entire time and just trying to get little picks. Kale and Jin. Okay, that's a very squishy team. Very squishy.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, they are not going to be. It's going to be a lot of diving on for Nocturne, and then everyone else kind of balling around. They can disengage and kind of play just at a distance pretty well, enabling Kale to kind of clean up. But okay, and then Jax on the opposite side gives him a little bit more of a front line.
Yeah, it's something. I just put up a poll for you guys watching. Who will win based on these team comps looking at it? You've got Bilgewater Babes on blue side and Piltover Party Girls on the red side. Sam, what is your opinion? What are your thoughts here?
Gosh, just looking at this, I think that the bot side with Jin, Syndra, and Kale kind of all together without a big front line, I think that's going to be really tough for them to navigate. So I'm going to have to give it to the Piltover Party Girls. I think that Jackson Kled will be a sizable front line that does scale pretty well into the game. I think Misfortune is very strong right now. I'm curious to see how Zoe is with the new items. I haven't seen her played yet. So that's where I'm handing it to our designated drafter here. Zangy's side, Piltover Party Girls would be my prediction for game one.
Oh, that's weird. Normally it gives me the 3-minute countdown. It just kind of shoved me in. Let me reopen that for you on Discord because I heard it crash.
Yes, I'm not seeing anything.
Share
sure
League of Legends. Go live.
Looking at all of the skins right now.
I wonder if they remove the spectator delay for me, which I kind of hope is not true.
Yeah, sort of sit here for a while. Probably we'll see how
Yeah.
it goes.
I was kind of like trying to spectate a game earlier, and it got to this screen that said it like failed to load the spectator data. So it's quite possible we could see that here. Let's see. Can I get back to just the client? I don't think it's gonna let me. Yeah. No, so we're on the screen. At least we can see the character still while it's figuring itself out. Oh no, we're right in. Okay.
What? Okay, let's do it.
Alrighty. Switching to full screen.
And they run out week 2 of the CMSA.
Hell yeah.
eSports. Here we go.
Close all that.
To Summoner's Rift.
Make sure turn off that music. Cool. Organize everybody accordingly.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Jax is in the jungle. Kled is on the top. Yeah, like you were saying, Bilgewater Babes really has zero frontline. They just have to kill them so fast that they don't need it. And then on Piltover Party Girls, like I was hoping for that front line, and they got it well enough. Like they got the Jax and the Kled. They may not be tanks, but they're both bruisery enough and surviving enough to where they can be a solid distraction for Misfortune to basically just throw out her ult, and then Lulu can just basically keep the Jax or the Kled alive while she's doing her thing in the back. So I'm definitely leaning towards Piltover Party Girls myself.
Thing that they could do is try to generate some quick picks and long range picks between Syndra and Jhin together, just to kind of, especially with modality, you can do a lot of damage very quickly to the 3 squishier members.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
I went ahead and paused it. I'm gonna give it just a couple minutes before we started again.
Sure.
Some of the people in the chat were saying, "Oh, we see it live. We see it live." Like, I know. I'm sorry. Normally, it just kind of does 3-minute delay. I don't have to worry about it. But this time, I don't know.
Really? So
League of Legends.
It just lets you stream live. Okay. Well,
yeah.
No stream sniping for us. We'll keep the vibe check going and make sure there's no screen peaks. Save
Seriously.
that for weekends with my with my nephews.
Yeah, I've never had to build in a 3-minute delay or anything, so it normally just does it. But all right, League of Legends, it's fine. We'll pause it ourselves. Oh man's like, you gotta build in delay though. Cheats. Power Bottom says we see everything in real time. Stay on Zingy though. No. I'll give it another minute and a half before we get back into it.
Honesty, that's hilarious. Stay on Zangy.
Just stay on Zangy. It's fine.
That's who you want. Yep.
Got everyone organized. That looks good. Okay. I love technical difficulties. They're my favorite.
So do you think we're going to see any sort of a shift, or maybe in your own games, have you seen any shift in terms of how the first 10, 15 minutes of the game are being played out, especially with the Void Grubs spawning, with the little Void Mites early on that has kind of a lasting impact throughout the game? Have you noticed any sort of a focus up there, or maybe the opposite, where there's some changes going on elsewhere in the map to compensate?
Only a million. Freaking... The grubs have made the game so much different, like almost in a way that I feel like needs balanced. Right now, if you need to get the grubs, they're super overpowered. The damage is great. The extra little minions are super amazing. I'll go ahead and press play now. Just everything about them is really good. But the thing that I think is a little broken with it is you have to fight over them. You almost always have a team fight over them because you're dragging your top laner, you're dragging your mid laner into this fight. Whoever wins that fight, massive lead for the rest of the game. So I'm not a huge fan of these forced team fights at basically 5 minutes into the game. But that's my opinion on the matter.
Now, with them being so impactful, I love sending up the bot lane, especially the support, if they can catch a roam timer early to go and try and influence what's happening early around the grubs. So especially now that we're in kind of a team environment here in Ruby League, if there's going to be any play directed towards the jungle, or if they'll kind of play it out as normal.
Where's the invade? I want action. Give me an invade.
Minions have spawned.
Okay, that's Zangy on Jax. Interesting. I've never seen Zangy flex onto the Jax before. This is gonna be a new one.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with how the Jax jungle is going to operate, so...
I mean, Jax is great in the jungle. I mean, his clear is not too bad. His sustain's fine. He's not gonna get like forced out of the jungle by the camps or anything. So he's a pretty viable jungler, especially because he can just jump into the lane and just automatically stun. Like, what else could you ask for in a jungler?
True enough. Missed.
Ooh, got the last shot onto the Kale already. Not gonna EQ back though. Our bottom's really gonna try to put the hurt in the spot lane, but I love that the Lulu's here protecting Misfortune because she's just not gonna take it. You guys want to poke? No poke. Zoe putting some serious hurt on her. She's putting her to sleep. You know, Pop is gonna go down to about 200 HP. We got a fight in the bot lane as well. She is a squirrel. Fairly even trade, slightly leaning towards blue side here. Greeb says, let's go, ladies! Yes! Cled going right in on the Kale, giving her that early pressure she deserves for not being a range champion yet. Oh no, Lulu's taking some serious damage. She is completely out of mana. Renata taking serious damage too. She's probably gonna be forced back there.
Yeah, great little trade back by Who Ate My Pop-Tarts to kind of keep him alive even at low HP. But Health Pot's chugging in the bot lane.
Chugging. I wonder if these mid laners are gonna go for the mana items first, like the Luden's Companion, or I've been seeing a lot of people just straight up rush the what's it called? The storm. These items are gonna kill me. The one that does the electrocute thing later on.
Storm Surge?
Is it Storm Surge? Yeah, that one.
No,
People have been building that first. Nocturne coming on the Zoe. Okay, cool. Looks good. Whack. First strike going off.
Just with a little drive-by. Always love it. Means he'll grab both the scuttles away from Zangy and provide some support for the bot lane, which they need all the breathing room they can get. So much harass coming down from Tender Kitty's Jin and Renata Glass here.
Tender Kitty is a bloodthirsty bitch. Like, I know she's just in there like, let's go. Let's get him. I know Power Bottom's all for it too. So those two are just bloodthirsty maniacs. Aggressive lane, always. Passive lane, never. Storm Surge. Thank you, Skippy. Oh, Zoe putting the Syndra to sleep. Oh, Zoe is really low. Does she want to do that fight? She pulls up the barrier and she takes down the Syndra with her first blood.
Mystifer finding some trouble bubble there, and I think Bunnywife thought they were okay with their HP, but it just didn't work out.
Jack just walked up in there, smited that raptor, and was like, "This is mine."
Mine now. That's one way to get the. That's one way to get back at losing both scuttles.
Put on that pressure while you can, Clyde, because one more level and it's not going to be that easy. Have you played it support at all since the new item? Did you hear me?
Oh, I thought you were talking to a viewer. Sorry.
No, you.
No, I've only played only so much that I've played some Nyla with the Blood Song support item. Since there's those interactions where you can go two of the support items on both the AD carry and the support and come out ahead. So I've tried that a little bit, but I haven't played any support.
Yeah, the new support item is super good. I love that they combined it so that you're not stuck having to either poke or execute minions. You can just do both.
Yeah, I do like the way it works now, and you don't have to be as, like, it's best to poke your opponents rather than it's best to, like, make sure you're taking every cannon or being really on top of that.
He's getting the grubbies. Jax is right
and
there.
The grubs.
He's got all 3 of the grubbies.
Okay, Jules.
Is this going to be a fight up here?
His nose.
Cinder taking some damage. They're going to go ahead and back off the grubby area.
Right, they got what they wanted. And now he's away. Especially with Zoe and, like, Kled having strong lanes to let, like, Zangy just sort of... to let Jules just sneak that on Nocturne was really well done by him to find that opening, because it didn't look good based on how the state of the map.
Yeah, and like what we were saying earlier, the grubbies, or I keep calling them the grubbies. That's just what it is in my head now. The grubbies are like really, really good. Like you have to fight for them. It stinks that you do, because if you do lose that team fight, you can get seriously behind. But if you don't try, like that's like your turrets go flying down if you don't have those.
Especially if you can get up to 5. Here is
Nocturne
Jules'
going
first
in
ult of
with
the game.
They said we're getting out of here, but they're gonna get stunned by the Jhin. Jin's flashing in. One more hit, that misfortune. Down she goes.
Ender Kitty, with the right purchase, I think, to go for those boots of swiftness, was just there, landing the deadly flourish for the snare, and then with the speed and the flash, just able to connect with enough damage. Well played.
Seriously, if Jhin wasn't fast enough, let's just throw a pair of boots of swiftness on him. I almost always ban Jhin when I'm in bot lane, because it tilts me a little bit when an ADC just like outruns you like by twice your speed. And I'm like, wow, okay, this is cool. First
Game
dragon
announcement
has
of
been slain.
Hex Tech goes to blue side.
Down goes Zanny. Yeah, it seems like the spectator mode is a little buggy with the new client, so we're gonna be running into some issues for a little bit. Seems like no spectator delay. We've got random underscore names for things.
I know last season Zangy was so focused and committed on getting dragons. It was an effort of his, and now to have the void grubs go down early, little engage up top.
Dismount. And Diabolic Penguin has no mana left.
Not the situation you want to be at as a KL.
Yo.
Hasn't gotten the recall in yet. Does have TP available though. Jules in the area to help if needed.
Yeah, I'm feeling for this KL. She's been pressured under tower basically the whole time. He's got the Nocturne coming in here. He's gonna remount, just get right on out of there. Here comes the Zoe. Oh no, she caught it. Oh, she's just gonna walk away. It's fine.
Oh.
Thanks,
Jules was
Cam.
there to cover the battle if she needed it.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna catch it, but it was still scary.
Wow.
Gonna fight down here on power bottom. She's gonna ult. Lulu's gonna hit the misfortune. All right, good thing for them. Renata's ult is very, very brief at this level.
Yeah, Pix just kind of hit a few times and was like, "Oh wait, what am I doing?"
It's
Got
like,
right
JK,
back to work.
It was a joke. It was a joke. All right, checking out the gold charts here. Misfortune's got a not Misfortune. Jin's got a pretty massive gold lead on just about everybody. Zoe's a little bit more ahead. Back here, we got the stun on the Misfortune. She does have the shield. She's hanging in there. Misfortune ult! Doesn't quite get the Renata.
Tender Kitty with the sidestep and now says, okay, let's see if I can aim a little better. Absolutely can. Curtain calls for who ate my Pop-Tarts, and Jules dives in with the paranoia to pick up 2.
Syndra trying to collapse on the Zoe. So is the Nocturne. Ooh, don't catch that CP bubble. She's gonna get CC'd the house down boots. We've got Jax on the Grubbies. That means 3 to blue side and 3 to red side. So no one's gonna be super in the favor of the Grubbies.
Yeah, a lot of gold on the bot side of the map for the Bilgewater babes there. Jules seemingly just everywhere that there's a fight going on, but good job by Zangy to even out the Void Grubs and make sure that none of the Void Mites are spawning by allowing his opponents to get 5. So well done.
That Nocturne specifically has a 1,100 gold lead over the Jax, so he is killing it in the jungle. And look, first item, experimental Hexplate.
There it is.
Jax still struggling to get his Triforce put down. Nocturne here for the Misfortune. He said, I'm ganking. Renata ult going in the middle of nowhere. In the past, I've always been a fan of crit Misfortune as well. Like, I was never a big fan of the lethality build, but now with the lethality changes, like Youmuu's and Collector, you have to do it. Like, you can't just like go into the Kraken or go into Infinity Edge. Like, it's just not as effective right now. Going right into the Jax, but the Nocturne's here to turn that back around. She's going to try to revive herself. If he goes down, she's going to die a little too quickly. Misfortune trying to turn the Nocturne. If they can get that shutdown, that'll be massive for Misfortune. Are they going to have the damage? Available? I think they're going to have it. They're not going to be able to reach. So he's trying to get something in here. He's going to put that Syndra to sleep. I don't think it's going to be quite enough damage to pop, especially with Renata here, but give her a little bit of a little smackdown.
Good turnaround there. I mean, Zangy was there. Jules was ready to counter gank, but it did not matter. And the huge shutdown going over to Pop-Tarts, which is what he needed to get, or what they needed to get back into the game, because they were getting a little bit behind Tinder Kitty's Jhin.
Yeah.
Now Ghostblade finish, nice.
I was sort of hoping Jax would get one of those kills just so he can get back into the game. He just finished his Triforce. He's at 0 and 2. He did get the 2 assists, so at least that gets him in a little bit. Syndra's narrowly dodging the sleepy bubble there. That gold gap is just getting bigger and bigger between Nocturne and Jax. We got about 1,300 gold difference there. Fourth shot. Squirrel. Here comes the ghost. Misfortune ult going down. Jhin ult going down. He's gonna get the Lulu. He doesn't see her. Nocturne going around the Jax. He's gonna get feared and he goes down. Lulu makes it out alive. Teleport coming in as well.
Give me Kled arriving.
The Kled is arriving! Renata's kind of stuck in there. They can turn on her. She's like, I will sacrifice myself. It's fine. He wants that Zoe so bad, but he might die for it. But Syndra's here. Could she land down the sun? Down goes Misfortune. This fight is all over the place. That gives Kale the opportunity to push up there too.
And yes, Diabolical Penguins on Kale is quite happy to get to level 11 and put some damage down on the turret there. Neither side, I think, convincingly coming out ahead in the bot lane, though they committed a lot for it.
Yeah, it was just back and forth. It was basically an even fight. I mean, and yeah, now Kale gets the opportunity to finally put some pressure on this turret after she's been pinned to hers the entire time. That's going to be a turn on the top side. Kled's going in for the dive from the Jhin. He's going to dismount. Is he going to take enough damage? Nope. The turret's going to reset its aggro, and he's going to get out scot-free. That dismount is a little busted in my opinion. I hate the dismount. It drives me crazy. We got a jungle fight. Nocturne is quite ahead, but Jax probably has a little bit better dueling power outside of the initial burst of Nocturne, so down he goes.
That's
Dragon
what
number
Zangy
2.
wants. He likes to have, Zangy likes to control dragons, and finally he's there. He lost the first Void Grub. Scarl, are you gonna get it? No.
Scarl!
The star on Scarl.
And the power bottom bar is in danger here. He narrowly juked the ult. She goes down. And Cled's gonna survive. The Triumph saves him. Is Lulu gonna be able to help him out of here? Syndra's gonna try to land the stun on him. I think this is gonna be it for Scarl. Down goes Scarl. These Jin ults are up every 20 seconds.
And here's the paranoia coming down. Unbelievable. They're gonna run down the Hongo. These fights are so drawn out and messy, and both sides barely finding their way in them.
My goodness.
Fortune coming out with 5 kills.
Seriously, she was struggling at first, but now she's comfy now. Let's take a look at that gold.
Pop-Tarts.
She's actually on par with Jin right now as far as gold goes, even though she is ahead by a few kills. Jin does have 8 assists, so that basically adds up to her 5 kills.
yeah, the assists, the farm, the shutdowns. Jin, Tender Kitty has definitely been there.
Here comes a Kled. Watch out, Jin. No escape.
No, charging forward. You can't do anything, especially when you've got Lulu and Pix to help here.
Looks like it's gonna be a Rift Herald for Bilgewater Babes. Jax is gonna try to steal it here. What you gonna do, Jax? I don't recommend. Ooh, a little too early. Little too early. Maybe it'll be in his favor. They're able to burst down that kill, no problem. Nocturne not able to smite it. Jax is gonna take it. And they're gonna get the kill on both of them. What a good fight for red side.
That is the Zangy I like to see. Oh, it's not done yet though. Bunny, you've gotten a little too close, getting shut down.
Extra kill. Are they gonna basically ace?
Everything goes. Oh, they tried so hard. And Bilgewater Babes tried so hard to make that happen and take that Rift Herald, and ended up just costing them everywhere, all over the map. And the siege just continues. Zangy jumping forward.
No retreat. No mercy. Down goes Jax. I love this interaction with Rift Herald, how it just explodes the grubs. Blue side might be able to return that ace here. They stayed a little too long. Miss Fortune's probably gonna go down here. She catches a sleepy bubble. Is she gonna be able to burst him down? He has a spell shield up, but it's not gonna last long enough. Down he goes.
Mr. Prone, this Zoe hitting the skill shots when it counts. Are they gonna be able to get out? I think so.
Especially if he keeps picking up those little cinders on the ground. It's gonna just keep speeding him out. I wouldn't stay for those minions, girl. Oh, the stun and the whack.
Money wife. The persistence pays off. Cinder runs him down.
Yeah, and Cinder went ahead and rushed that Storm Surge, so that's an extra 30 gold on that kill right there.
No, you said it yourself. Like, they just stayed a little too long. It kind of felt like they got 3 charges with Rift Herald. They had gotten the kind of essentially the ace on the map, and then just stuck around a little too long and gave up a lot of shutdowns.
The greed was real. We got a Kled ult coming in.
I hear a charge going over on the side. Here we go.
Down goes Misfortune. Kled's gonna have to put the leash on power bottom here. He throws the ult, but there's no one there for him to hit except for her. Nocturne trying to return the favor. He is 2 levels ahead though. Be careful. That dismount can be really tricky. But he's got the Cinder here to help him out. Lulu's not gonna be enough.
Nah. So close.
Ooh, just misses the sleepy bubble. Blue side has officially gotten all the tier 1 turrets, whereas red side has gotten 2 of the middle turrets. I would say arguably that's better map control for blue side than it is for red side. That's going straight in on the Kale. She's gonna go ahead and ult right now. Here comes the curtain call! Basically a basic ability at this point. Like, when's it not cooldown?
It was just a shooting gallery. They had nowhere to run. It was guaranteed to hit someone with those curtain calls, and connect he did.
And I love how defeating these buffs at this point gives it to the whole team. Everyone gets a blue buff.
Love that change. I do like that. I like a lot of the map changes overall, actually, and that's one of my favorites. No more fighting for the buffs in the late game. One less opportunity for someone to quit the game.
I do want them to buff red and blue buff. Like, I want them to be harder to defeat because they were.
Christopher.
Oh man, they're putting everything on that Zoe. Sorry, girl.
The lack of vision. They all moved up together.
Jeez.
5 in the bot lane now. Although they're gonna take the Vex.
But yeah, so Riot like boasted about how much more difficult like taking down red and blue buff were gonna be because they were gonna be like Baron influence basically. But they don't do like any damage. They aren't that tanky later on in the game, so you can still solo them as a jungler. It really isn't an issue at all. So I would like to see them buffed somehow to where it either takes longer or like you really need to pull at least one more resource to help you, just for it to kind of be like one of those like keep the jungle more interactive and not too easy, I guess, in a word. If you're going to give it to everybody, make it more difficult, period.
Yeah, that's a good point. You don't see teams like fighting over red and blue buff the way you see them fighting over the other like neutral objectives. So if that's their intention, you need some way of kind of promoting a fight then for it.
Yeah, I would love to see them give them like abilities, like red and blue buff get like special abilities that like crowd control or just give them some kind of advantage in these fights. Nocturne coming in the Clad, he's dismounted and down he goes. Darkness. Yeah, Kale is 6-1 now with the Riftmaker and the Nashers. She is going to start getting real scurry. She's at level 14, 2 more levels, and she's going to be unstoppable. This is an interesting duel going on over here. Skill shot on skill shot going whiff, whiff, whiff. Another sleepy bubble coming through. Let's see. I do like the new Scuttle Crab. I thought I didn't like it at first, but that giant AoE vision, like it just revealed things over here, revealed all the champions over here. Like it revealed a whole lot. Hale running for her life here. She could honestly probably 1v2 them as long as she could avoid the Jack stun.
It feels like funny wife finding everything.
Down goes Zoe. Zoe is just eating
wow.
everyone's alts today. Hello, Latimer. Hello, hello.
It feels like both teams are content to sit and let dragon spawn and fight over a second or third dragon rather than set up around Baron.
Where's that Nocturne going? Oh, he's chasing down the Misfortune over here. He's just gonna turn around on the Clad. You got 4 people collapsing on you. Final curtain or curtain call, whatever it's called.
There will be more. The curtains. There will be more curtains.
There will be curtains.
Okay. Well, they've got 2 down. Looks like they just want to push up. Counter striking in, Bunny Wife. Just disengaging. Well done.
Ooh, that was some serious damage put on the Lulu. Ooh, he dodges a stun. That stun's gonna be down for a few more seconds. He can just keep charging right at him. Zoe's got a little bit of peel, but not. She missed the sleepy bubble.
Okay, finally the pings are going down onto the Baron area, and they've gotten the kills. They've forced them back. Seems like this is what you're gonna do, and you're gonna start taking this very quickly. Not sure there's much that Piltover Party Girls can do about it, although they do have some vision.
Baron's another thing that, so I like the Baron changes. I like the ability. I like the terrain change. I love his new look. I feel like he's easier to beat though, which is weird.
Oh, strong paranoia to just block him out from
making sure they can't see it to smite it.
So much utility. Diabolical Penguins as Nocturne is bringing, or Jules as Nocturne is brought to this game.
I should not have had that cup of coffee right before this game started. I am just so zoomies. I feel like I'm talking like a mad person. It's like, woo! I'm wired. Wired for Tuesday night.
And Bunny Wife is also wired though. 10 on that Magi's now. I didn't even see the purchase.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna be working towards getting that fully stacked. Shadow Flame so strong right now. Just tons of bursts coming out of Bunny Wife. All the squishies from Piltover Party Girls have to just fear. It's a bit of a
Shadow Flame. That's the item. That's the item we were
Shadow
talking
Flame.
about.
Yeah, I thought it was one of the new ones, but it's like the rebranded item
Right.
instead. So that's why it wasn't coming up with it. It's like I don't remember a new item that does that.
They're looking to do this dragon, but they assume that they have vision on themselves. They got Kale down here now, so they're gonna go ahead and do it.
Charles charging in. Here we go.
Ooh, he's going the other way. Jax is going one way. They can't quite get to it. Jax has gone berserk from the Renata ult. Curtain call. These fights
Tender
are very
Kitty.
spread out today.
Yeah, Tender Kitty and Bunny Wife single-handedly took out 3 members of the Billswater Babes, or of the Piltover Party Girls, trying to move through that choke. Just a vision difference there for that fight. There was hardly anything they could do.
Yeah, they fully aced. They have the Baron buff. They might be able to shove it in an end here.
It is a big money difference between these two teams.
Oh yeah, holy cow. 16,000 damage difference, gold difference.
Paranoia comes down. That's it. Game number 1 of the night.
Nexus. 27 minutes. Skippy McSkipper says hello, and Gunny Hartman says rip Nasher. Oh, we don't want that. We want to go to the main screen. That game was really fast.
It was a quick game. Yes, I think that Jules on Nocturne just kind of set the tempo of that game. Every time his ult was up, he was somewhere on the map. Even when it wasn't, he was finding just pressure to help Diabolical Penguins on Kale and get Kale off the ground. And just the tempo never stopped. It was just one objective after the other. The only misstep in their game plan was letting a collapse on that second, or the collapse on the second dragon that caused them to lose that. But other than that, they just were in control.
Yeah, that was insane. Skippy McSkipper says money. Yeah, there was a huge money difference there. Oh my gosh.
And honestly, a lot of that was probably even unspent because just the amount, like there were multiple fights and objectives that kind of happened, and Billswater Babes didn't even have to go back. They just kept winning and pushing. So it was they played their comp very well, and I was nervous going into that because like who is their front line? But I guess you don't need one when you've got just fights kind of like, as you said, spread out everywhere. Jules as Nocturne is able to pick someone off. Bunny Wife, if a squishy got too close, just execute them. Tender Kitty on his curtain calls were phenomenal, and just were constantly online. So they made that comp work. Not quite sure how, but they made it work.
Yeah, I mean, our predictions were basically that we were leaning towards red side because they had the front line, like you were saying. And we were saying in the very beginning, like the only way blue side was going to win if they just kill them faster. Like you just have to deal damage so much faster than them and wipe them out before they can like get their tempo going in the fights. And they were able to do that.
They did.
I guess it kind of goes back to like, there wasn't a hardcore like strategy on red side per se. Like their team fight was a little weird. So they did have 2 like engaging frontliners. Yes, there wasn't a specific tank. They were both going very much fighter builds. So they didn't get to their later game where they were able to build their sustaining items. So I guess they were basically just building damage at first. So they didn't get there. They had a little bit of peel for Misfortune with the Lulu, but really not a ton. So Misfortune would have been difficult to carry with. Kled is less of a carry and more of like a single target remover. So they were really dependent on that Jax. But Jax was shut down so hard throughout the whole early game. Like wasn't able to get most of the objectives. He did get the second set of grubs, so that was good. but he was kind of pressured off of the rest of it early on. And with Nocturne being at like basically 7-0 in like 10 minutes, the difference was just too much. So I see how it kind of spiraled out of control. I don't know, it was a really good game. I was impressed at how an unconventional team without a specific strategy was able to kind of just be like, you know what, all of us individually are going to just do pretty well, and that's all we need. We just need to carry ourselves.
Yeah, it was just kind of the solo queue pick comp where everyone, like, you're just gonna hope that, and I think like the paranoia of solo queue or the paranoia of having a Nocturne on the enemy team just allows the fights to be spread out enough, or allows you to keep the tempo on the map. So much so that Piltover Party Girls couldn't do anything. They couldn't get together. One thing, if I'm Piltover Party Girls, I'm talking about, especially, is that last fight where, yes, there was a vision deficit going into that dragon pit, but you had Skarl charging forward, and was charging forward kind of not from mid lane, but on the left-hand side of that dragon pit, followed by Zangy. But on the opposite side, Mystifer, Pop-Tarts, and Lulu, they were all coming in, and they were not following the Skarl, and ended up getting annihilated by Bunny Wife and Tinder Kitty, who had vision of them trying to run around and flank. I don't know if that was just what they wanted to do, in that they were approaching the fight from two different angles, but I think that you probably want to bring your squishies behind your fighters in that situation, so that you can have a team fight that's more front to back and a little less apt to just get picked off, because that's what Billswater Babes wanted. So I'd like to see some correction and kind of maybe problem solving about, okay, how are we going to actually use our comp going forward into game number 2?
Gunny Hartman gifted a tier 1 sub to Skippy McSkipper. Thank you, Gunny, and welcome to subscription, Skippy McSkipper. Level 1 Miko says, Bunny Wife Hatsu's MVP. I will not be taking any questions. I forgot to vote on MVP. I'm so sorry. I think I was just kind of thrown off by the technical difficulties. My brain's just kind of like on autopilot right now. Who do you think was MVP in that game?
I've got to give MVP to... Oh, it is tough between Bunny Wife and Jules. It's so hard to say. I'm gonna give it to Jules, because he was everywhere he needed to be with those paranoias early on. I like the use, and he even found some ganks that didn't require him to have his ultimate up. And so I think that was such an integral part of the game plan. And one thing Zangy does so well is take objectives. And Jules on Nocturne was like, Zangy last season led the league in like total number of dragons and neutral objectives taken out of the jungle. That was his goal. And so to come out right away, first game against him, and to take the first 2 with Grubs and Dragon, huge. So I've got to give it to Jules on Nocturne.
I will agree. Jules on Nocturne MVP. Congratulations. No, seriously, like those plays, like the fact that I got so ahead early, got the first set of grubs, you were ganking constantly. Like every time I was looking at a lane, Nocturne was there. Like the presence was so heavy. Like what are they gonna do about it? It's Nocturne. Once he's on top of you, you're very much about dead unless you got some serious peel, which we were saying they didn't have a ton of. Let's see. Dr. Fox is the name of my cat. There's a Dr. Fox in the lobby. Dr. Fox is the name of my cat. That's funny. And then Nihogo says, wait, that's my dad's name. The star says, Dr. Fox PhD stole my cat's name. All right, looks like they're waiting for one more person to come to the lobby. I'm going to run to the restroom really quick. I guess a good icebreaker going off of last week's, if you were going to be able to live in one region of Runeterra, which region would you want to live in, Sam? Go ahead and give me your answer.
Oh my god, a region of Runeterra? Okay, you're just really probing my lore knowledge. What are we've got, I'm like, regions of Runeterra. You know what, it's gotta be... what's the relationship between Piltover and Zwan? You've got one kind of city on top of the other, right? I think I would probably want to do that, the Piltover, where you've got kind of everyone kind of hanging out high in the sky, having all their gadgets and what's it called? Like steampunk sort of aesthetic. I think that would... I feel like my bow tie would fit in there with Piltover. and I could have tea with Caitlyn, and I think that would be something that I would be into. So I would want to go there. Certainly not Freljord. Chicago giving us our best Freljord impression right now, and I can decidedly say that that is not something that I would want to do or visit. So not my first choice.
Preach. As much as I love the Freljord and their lore, like I really love Freljord and their lore. Like there was a long time where I played specifically Freljord champions like Ashe and Braum and Lysandra, specifically because I just loved the region's lore. Would I want to live there? Absolutely not. But I appreciate them. If I were going to live in one, I would probably say Ionia. Just because I like the idea. It gives me like very much like that monk vibe of like we're in search of inner peace. Like we're bettering ourselves to our highest capabilities, and our goal is to live peaceful lives. And I don't know, they're very positive in the way their vibe is in the region. So I like Ionia. But I could see how the steampunk kind of thing would be really cool. Like it's basically like when you think of Piltover, you think of our current situation, but a little bit more futuristic. So it's not that much different.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know so much about the lore. I'm just gonna have to do a deep dive one of these weeks, especially with what you were saying about Ionia. I was like, oh, that sounds like a delightful place to go in.
I mean, you got your evil ninjas, you got all this betrayal, you got like Zed and who are the other like evil Ionians? There was I know Wukong was under Master Yi. They were kind of a thing. Who's messaging me? Oh, it said leave lobby. We gotta reset. Okay, leaving lobby.
What a night. Is it all the ninjas? Are they all Ionians? Like,
I believe so.
Irelia?
Skippy McSkipper says the con of Ionia is everyone loves invading it for some reason. Because they're fucking jealous.
Okay.
They're jealous of all the peace. But
make
you're
sure
right.
I plan my vacation for peacetime. Can do.
Just don't go during a war.
Okay.
Oh my god. Level 1 Miko says it must be Korea then. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Level 1 Miko also says, why would I stop cheering for my favorite player? I'm the #1 fan. #1 fan of for Bunny Wife Hatsu. Okay, rejoin your game. Oh, Eli Baby says, remember the Presidium. I do love when they shout that kind of stuff. Remember the Presidium. For Ionia. They are very passionate people in it. That's the word. They are very passionate in Ionia. Very passionate. Very passionate about peace. Very passionate about being their best selves. They're just very passionate people. I want to be passionate. I want to live in Ionia. I can't, Eli. Uh-oh. Dr. Fox says, if the star can't join, Chroma has to play for Zangi's team. Sure.
Right, we'll see it.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
You can shoutcast, I'll play it. I'll just be screaming while playing.
Yeah. Harder to do than it sounds. I've tried. It's not easy as we go.
Oh yeah.
Time.
If I ever stream like while playing, it's kind of mentally exhausting to have to pay attention to the game, perform well, pay attention to the chat, and also comment on what's happening. It's a lot. God forbid Jarvan isn't banned in the first ban.
Your worst decisions will haunt you.
All right, Zach ban, Morgana ban. What else are we getting?
I'll come back stronger.
Gangplank ban.
Oh, whatever. Who is that directed at? I am not sure.
Piltover Party Girls are on what side this time around? They're on blue side?
Blue side, yeah, that's right.
And they are going against...
They're up against the Shurima Sugar Daddies.
Shurima Sugar Daddies. Apparently I can't... The names are too long for me to put them in the responses. Well, at least blue and red is hard, but they can kind of get it. It's a BLU and RED. The Reparty Girls, Dream of Sugar Daddies. Alistar and Draven. I hate seeing Draven in my games. Anytime there's a Draven, I'm ready to rage quit. Not as bad as Fizz, though. If I see Fizz, I'm done. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to log out. I'm ready to go watch a movie. I'm ready to go travel to a different country. Anything but have to go against that Fizz.
Seems like you've got a few of these. You have like one per role that you're like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. If I see Scion top lane, done. Fizz mid lane, done. Draven bot, fuck that.
Fair enough. Fair.
John says, OMG, we get to watch Zengi play Nami. I think he's just hovering that for somebody else.
You know, with the new,
Nami
items, who knows?
Good point. Storm Surge Nami. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Aurelion Soul. Are we going to see another scale comp? We're going to get a Vigar as well on that side? All the scaling? Asena? All the scaling?
Man, Misfortune. I just gotta believe they're gonna be like 100% tonight, like practically.
Mm-hmm.
Pick ban.
Misfortune is really popular with the new items for sure. Like the fixes to lethality or the changes to lethality have been very generous to Misfortune this patch. Getting another Jhin game.
Jhin MF, okay.
Samira!
Mira, oh, I'm so happy that you changed that hover. Okay, here we go, Pop-Tarts.
This is so much more exciting. She is with a Nami, which I know a lot of people say that Nami is a great pairing with Samira, because if you do land the bubbles, it's good, but I definitely prefer Samira with a tank support like Alistar or Nautilus, like something who's going to be up front for me to go in there. Oh boy.
Yeah, it used to be you could play Nami as kind of a lane bully. I'm not sure it's quite as effective with all the burst going around right now, but yeah, regardless, I'm excited to see this duo of Pop-Tarts.
Samira is always fun to watch.
Samira.
The fact that they have a Misfortune Soraka on the other side already has me leaning towards Samira winning that lane, just because Soraka right now has been a little hard for me to see succeed. Like, it's very easy just to walk into her and she kind of dies, especially with the lethality buffs. She can't save herself very well. So if you get on top of her, she's gone. She just feels very much like paper since the new items.
Right, the fights are over quick, and already even with what we've seen locked in, I don't expect this to really change too much. And yeah, Soraka's going to thrive in those most enchanters are going to thrive in those longer, drawn-out team fights, and that's just not what we're seeing right now, barring two turbo tanks coming out of the jungle and top here.
Ooh, Aramis? Yes? Uh-oh. Lock it in! Okay.
All right, good.
No remake. Whew.
And that is Tavi, I think, going to be playing on.
Oh no, it's a remake.
On that side. Oh no!
Looks like Almo Gim had an issue with their lobby.
Almo Gim, okay, bummer.
It happens. They said F.
We'll get re-going again here.
Here it goes. Here it goes.
Did they confirm? Did the players confirm it was the Rammus that they were locking?
They haven't said anything about it yet. Right now, Nihogo just said F. That's the only response I've gotten so far. They just reinvited them back to the lobby. They are now back in the lobby, so we're just waiting to see for them to start here.
All the same picks and bans, right? Up until the point where it was disconnected. Is that how they do it?
It should be, yes.
Okay.
Well, now I'm just mad.
Well, now I'm just mad.
Who dares defy my will?
I love quoting champions sometimes. Champions are so funny.
I was like, is that the client?
That was Zach.
But I've come back
So good.
Well, now I'm just mad.
Draven out.
Draven out. Wait, my Pop-Tart says that Zach impression was nuts.
Isn't it? Everyone on stream is. I'm not the only one. Good. I'm glad. I was like, that is so good.
I'm gonna become a League of Legends impressionist. I got my Braum down. My Zach's pretty okay. I like doing Draven.
How's yours? I can't wait for your smolder.
I haven't heard Smolder enough to even attempt at this point.
I don't think I've heard him either. For some reason, I feel like it's not gonna sound like Zach, but who knows?
No, definitely not. He kind of sounds like a little kid. I don't have a little kid voice. They said something about this about the Rammus lock-in, but I didn't see the chat quick enough, and the chat has disappeared for me. So
Okay.
I don't know if they meant to lock it in or not.
Right. Sometimes you're like hovering, and then you try to hover something different or
Yeah.
change your pick. So as long as they've communicated.
It's your funeral.
Dun, dun, dun. Let me at him. I think next week I'm gonna do a instead of the I have like EDM music going on in the background. I'm gonna do like epic fantasy instrumental in the background. That sounds nice. A little change of pace. That's usually what I listen to when I'm doing like schoolwork and stuff. Just epic battle music. Okay, so they did switch to the Xin Zhao. They did not mean to do Rammus.
Okay.
Which I think Rammus would have been a better pick, just in my opinion.
You know, I thought Rammus was actually pretty clever, especially to kind of, you've got multiple ways then of instantly stopping a Samira ult with the silence and then the taunt, and Powerball. Like you have got, it would have been really hard for her to operate. So yeah, I don't know. Well, I agree. I don't think Rammus would have been like the worst pickup here, but that's in the past. We're looking at Rammus now.
Right.
We're looking at Xin Zhao.
I could see Xin Zhao being okay against Samira if he does his ults right. Like if she dashes in, he just R's her back out, so she's not able to do her full combo and get in. But it's definitely not going to be as good, especially because Samira's passive gets her back in pretty easy. She's got the Nami CC, the Orange CC, the Diana CC. Like she's got enough CC where her passive just going to be really easy to get her back in. They do get a Scion though on that team. That's scary.
They're definitely harder to kill, to pop with that Scion. And you all of course always have the split pushing threat there if things start going south. So see what build the Scion is going to be playing here.
All right, the poll is up.
Options.
For those of you in the chat, make your votes on who you think is going to win. Piltover Party Girls or I already forgot the name. Shurima Sugar Daddies. Who do you think is going to win based on the comps here?
Okay, well, we're following our designated drafter in Zhangyi's team, the Piltover Party Girls, and looking at that comp, I'm so excited to see this Samira pop off. We've got Who Ate My Pop-Tarts on Samira. I'm gonna put it all here and say I'm pulling for Piltover Party Girls in game number 2 here. I think that their comp is strong, well designed for it. Yes, there's some counters that exist in Shurima Sugar Daddies, but I think right now the items favor what Piltover Party Girls want to do. That's what I'm looking for. What about you?
Absolutely, I agree. Piltover Party Girls, they have a really all-in comp. Like Diana's going in, Echo's going in, Samira's going in, Oren's already going to be in there. The only person who really isn't putting their face in it is Nami, and she's just really there to grab somebody really quick and get out of the way. So I'm loving this all-in fight thing that they have going on. I'm not gonna say that it's like 100% like they're definitely gonna win, because like when I'm looking at it, Shurima Sugar Daddies definitely has a little bit of scaling going on here. The Aurelian Soul could really be crazy later on. If the Soraka isn't shut down like crazy, like super easily, she could keep the Scion, this Aurelian Soul alive, like well enough to where they can just... Scion is... I hate Scion. Scion and Mundo, both. I'm like, just get out of the game. You guys don't belong here. This is too much. I am going to pause it here so that we have a couple minutes to get behind, so we're not helping anyone cheat since League of Legends does not want to give us a delay anymore. I saw it start to count down, like it was like, ooh, spectator delay, 3 minutes, and then 2 seconds later it was like, we're going in. I'm like, all right,
This is it.
so we'll just hold it here for a second. So yeah, when I'm looking at it, I'm not gonna 100% say Samir's team is going to win, but I definitely lean in that direction.
But the way that the Piltover Party Girls win is electric, with just people going in, diving in. You've got Ornn just kind of starting things off, Zangy and Pop-Tarts just forming, and Echo just saying, we're doing this now. So it just can be so explosive and fun. So that's why I'd like to see Piltover Party Girls really just execute their game plan, which now... Shurima Sugar Daddies has a lot of ways to say no to that. You already mentioned this Scion, who is big and strong and going to be a problem for the people who want to burst. So we'll see if Zangi's Diana is going to be like looking to go a little bit more tanky to give them more frontline with like a Jack show, or if they're going to go just full on playing around with all these new mage items and do burst. If you're taking that burst route, it's going to be so hard for you to get through the Soraka, and then certainly some of the tankier members of the Shurima Sugar Daddies. So they've got answers, though. They've got answers to what they're going to do.
Yeah, the votes are in. We got 2-1, 2 in the favor of Shurima Sugar Daddies. So they're voting against us. They're going to say Shurima Sugar Daddies is going to win this game.
They have a solid team. I mean, it's hard to go. You've got Misfortune, obviously. Bullet Time's so strong right now. A Brilliant Soul scaling like a monster. I think they do have ways of stopping the quick engage. Like anytime you're, whether it's Diana or even Samira or Echo, and you're going right into like a Shark Attack, being able to put down a silence like Equinox just down on the ground. And so like it's tough to, and then now you're not operating there and you're riding up against this burst of Misfortune, the burst of Aurelian Soul, and you can't do anything because you're silenced. So that could be tricky to navigate in these fights.
I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be very even. I think it's very much going to depend on the objectives. I think the objective fights are going to make or break this game. It could go either way. It's very hard to decide in this one. And yes, Vibros, no more spectator delay. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it's just bugged, because spectator delay shows up, but then it just loads me right into the game. So we're just we're dealing with the technical difficulties. Hopefully this will be fixed by the bug fixes they have in the next patch. All right, that's probably long enough. Let's go ahead and switch back over to live mode, League of Legends, and play. I think it's playing. Play. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and adjust the scoreboard. We'll have to chat in the objective timers. Organize everybody. We're up top. Really in the mid. Soraka support. Scion top. Cool. Everyone's where they need to be. Invade. 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 And Echo going for the greedy star. He's starting with the Dark Seal.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I am so against ever starting with Dark Seal. I'm not confident enough that I'm going to win my lane every single time, for one. For two, you don't get any mana regen off of it.
Yeah, unless you're someone who doesn't care about that mana regen, or you can manage the first few waves and get a back in for something like a Lost Chapter early that'll solve your mana problems.
Not this banana.
You've got to know that. What?
The Soraka banana.
Happy.
She's showing us her banana.
Celestial banana.
But yeah, I guess the people who really are taking the Dark Seal are going to be like your Katarinas who don't use mana, or like Zed. Like, no, Zed isn't going to take it because he's on AP. Anyone who's AP who doesn't use mana, I can see taking it, but a lot of the time they just take Doran's Blade anyways. I don't know. I think it's a very cocky pick.
It is cocky. However, Echo is one of those champs that is so slippery that even if you're not being a part of maybe some early assists, or even in the mid game, just getting some assists and kills, then you're gonna like having it because you're hopefully not dying a whole lot with all your tools to escape.
I'm very interested to see this wet noodle top lane. Just whacking each other all day long. Maybe they'll both go heart steal. Got the level 2 first on bot side. They're trying to go in here. Echo's putting the hurt on the Aurelion Soul. He's running out of mana pretty quick. He's going to be running out of time to do these exchanges. We got a little exchange up top side as well. Them exchanging some grasps. Black.
Just what? Yeah, just what our lethality carries want. Just massive tanks with 8 and 9,000 health respectively.
Seriously.
Keep trading those grass pox, boys.
All the grasp. Who will grasp harder? And that's one thing I hate about Sion too. You can step out of that animation for the knockup. Even if you're not in the animation, you're still getting knocked up. It don't matter. Stupid Sion.
How aggressive 400 Pappy is posturing on Soraka, unafraid of the Samira Nami here early on.
Which I would be terrified. You get knocked up in one bubble, you're going down, girl.
Just confident. They're building this wave in. They'll have a nice crash here. Or even a reset. The way they're just playing the game so far. Here's Tavi wrapping around.
Are they going to keep following up on it? Sion's giving up on it. Xin Zhao said, I'm here to fight. We're doing it. Oh, but here comes Diana. You overcommitted, Tavi. You overcommitted. They're going to get you. All right, Higgsy will dash out of there. No problem. Oh, they're going to try to fight it again?
Crescent strike, yeah. Making his presence known.
He said, I'm here, girl. Don't try it.
So they're aware of this. Shark attack. Gonna see him. I think it's gonna be 2 scuttles. Big trades coming on. There's the bubble you're talking about.
Oh boy, Nami's in danger here. She's gonna heal herself. She is okay for now. Got the health pot popped.
Ooh, now Hongo getting so low, and it's just a big difference in wave here. And they do have to be nervous though, because they know that Diana has crossed through mid and is making her way down, and about to arrive.
Making her way downtown. Here we go. Soraka's in a bad spot. She's got the slow coming off with the Nami E. But the silence is going to save her. She's going to jump in there. I don't think she's going to have enough damage. Miss Fortune has no mana. Oh, she's going in. You crazy girl. All right. They get out. Hopefully they don't stay because Xin Zhao's right above them.
He's arrived. Just kind of...
He's looking.
He wants to know, is there... Nami's going to check.
Oh, no.
What a great prism and out.
Noodle fight. Apparently Ornn has a bigger noodle though, because he's taken down the Sion.
Slowly but surely.
That true damage, it'll get you. Also, Sion has no mana. He's in trouble here. No way he's getting out. Even with his passive, I don't think he's able to get Ornn down. Whack.
Bellows breath.
Uh-oh, he's diving in. Is he gonna go down too? He's gonna get out. Oh, but Xin Zhao's there. Uh-oh. He's just 2 levels behind. He's still gonna get him.
Mr. almost got out of that one, but Tavi just was able to click the buttons on him. Didn't have to do a whole lot in way of outplaying. Solid ward though.
Mm-hmm.
But first 2 kills, they're going for Pilt over Party Girls, so they're pretty happy with that. We'll see what Zangy does with with the map here, as Grubs are now live and Dragon is up so well.
Yeah, they're both on top side jungle. Those grubbies are important, guys. Oh, but Diana's going back. That means Xin Zhao might get these grubs for free. He's going for it. He does have the sign up top. Ornn isn't there. Diana is not there. That could be 3 free grubs.
Just starting him with no read either, no vision. They didn't see this. Just kind of said, I'm gonna go with it. I guess he has some support from top, not seeing Ornn. Good play by Tavi to go and snipe those away from Zhang team.
Yeah, Dana's on bot side. Those are just 3 free grubs. That is not good for blue side.
Both the and all 3, nice. Both the enchanters in the bot lane making this. It's constantly topped off here. But I think
Sion, where you going, girl?
Diving, where you're so deep. You've got armor, but soon to be broken here.
Yeah, we already established Ornn has the bigger noodle. Oh, he said, we're going this way.
Is there an angle? Okay.
Okay.
And then he's just gonna proxy. All right, this is...
Echo's here. He better go for the execute before he gets there. Nope, he's gonna go down. You try.
Just a little too far, and now we're starting up this dragon, but we know full aware. Moonfall comes down, Zangy getting right on top of the Nami, or of the Dr. Fox. I mean, misfortune, but Nami getting the kill.
Game announcement on Killfire Dragon Blue.
All right, congratulations. Game announcement for picking up that dragon.
Absolutely. Good job, Zangy. Dragon number 1. Zangy going for all 4 dragons. No mercy.
Oh, no mercy as Mystifer, though. Even under turret, just laying siege to this Aurelian Soul on Shark Attack. Well played so far.
Yeah, that's the thing. For the Aurelian Soul, you gotta sit still. And Echo was happy to fight those fights. Hold still. Easy. Take my Q to the face, which was gonna automatically proc my passive. You're gonna lose half your health. GG. Ornn has very little mana here. It's gonna be very difficult for him to support himself.
Yeah, very little HP here. But we saw what happened last time Amalgam tried to dive. But gosh, Star just running so low on resources. Still a ways off of a teleport. Might just have to take a bad base or call Zangy up to help.
For sure. Zangy looks like he's ready to come up there and help. Ornn might not be able to participate in that fight, though, because if Sion turns for a second, he's going down. He said, here we go. Just out of reach.
So even though they have the kill advantage, the plate advantage going to Shurima Sugar Daddies, as both top and bot lane are just able to push in, which is just well done, mostly by the strength of the aggressive positioning of 400 Poppy on Soraka.
Seriously. Misfortune does have a CS lead. Does she have a gold lead? She's ahead about 300 gold. She has a boot basically over the Samira.
Yeah, she's had a lot of space to just free farm, which is nice, but there's some gank in the bot lane.
Oh, the ride the wave misses. Soraka goes up. She heals herself. Misfortune alting, but the spin for the win. Spin to win, girl. Oh, not quite enough damage to take her down.
Might have tapped Wild Rush one too many times. Mystifer, though, cleaning it up, and on the top side, Zangy there, waiting for Algamum to get too aggressive, and punishes. Great work there, saving the low HP Star on Ornn.
Blue side really putting it down. 7-2 with a 1,000 gold lead favoring Shurima Sugar Daddies. Not Shurima Sugar Daddies. Piltover Party Girls.
one kill now onto Samira and Pop-Tarts, and so desperately wanted that second one under turret, but didn't quite have the item. And look at, speaking of items, could we see a couple of purchases coming down? So in the bot lane, you've got lethality in the form of Yumos on Misfortune. Ooh, big double up there. But you've got an immortal shield bow coming out of Pop-Tart. So opting to skip the collector and going straight for lifesteal.
That's interesting, especially because she has a Nami, so she has a little bit of sustain already. She probably has a little bit in her runes too. Oh, that's gonna be 5 grubs to Xin Zhao now, right?
Yeah, 5 so far, although I don't think it's gonna be 6 goodbye.
Honestly, all you need is 5. 5 is where it really gets scary. Aurelion's coming in to try to help. He's gonna miss the Dragon's Descent. Echo has a crap ton of damage here. He should be able to take out Aurelion. There's a lot of people up here. Wet noodles! Whack, 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 whack. Cyan passive goes off. I don't think anyone's low enough for him to be able to take them back down.
So the Sugar Daddies get, as you said, 5 of the Void Grubs, which means they're going to be spawning Void Mites. But it did come at a severe cost as they tried to support him there and didn't even really need it. Could have just let him die. And they got a lot of kills back, which has just been kind of, yeah, it's 10-2, but it's only a 2,ish thousand gold lead. So mostly because they're getting plates and they're getting objectives, and already now they're setting up for a dragon. Tavi very proactive on the map, given the gold deficit.
And they see him. I don't think that gank's gonna go through. Zangi's looking to go take his raptors. He said, "I'm not worried about you guys taking dragon just yet." He should be though. They're doing it.
It's up. They know they brought pinks for this. Tavi turning around, so much burst from Dr. Fox.
Zangi's like, I'm coming,
Tavi,
I'm coming, I'm sorry.
You can't check that. Shark attack looming over the top of this fight.
Zangi
Well
stopped
positioned.
to clear the mid wave. Zangi, girl, the dragon. Oh, Zangi, where are you going? Zangi! Zangi is bloodthirsty for kills in CS. He didn't really care about that dragon. Interesting play there. Although we are still at a 4,000 gold lead favoring blue side, so.
Yeah, that's going to open up the game considerably. They just decided to give up that dragon. Very interesting play there.
Yeah.
And you've got Nihongo. Is there still more? Chef Zangi, you're here. Nikongo's there to help. Wait, my Pop-Tarts entering in, trying to get something going. There's a TP now arriving. We're getting everything. Zangi flashing forward. Moonfall just stopped Dr. Fox from getting away. Well done.
I love that Storm Surge damage. Oh, Echo going right in. 1v3. 1v3. He said, I ain't scared. Sion playing like a singed right now. He's like, I'm just gonna keep going. It's fine. What's this Ornn gonna do to me? This is why I hate going against Sion. He just does what he wants. He doesn't care. He can do whatever he wants and not be punished.
It's a different game. It's a different game than the rest of us are used to playing, and I don't play it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't want to play that game. I want to play League of Legends. Checking out the gold difference here. Echo has a 2,000 gold lead over the Aurelion Soul.
Yeah, Mystifer has been playing so well in the mid lane. And again, going right away into Shark Attack, punishing with everything he's got to go forward. And look at that, 10 stacks now on that Dark Seal. Perhaps knows this matchup and knows he can abuse Aurelion Soul early.
Yeah, anytime Aurelion wants to stand still, he's more than willing to take care of that proc and electrocute proc is passive. Just dead, dead, dead.
Okay, Zangi. What do we do? What have we learned about this Scion? Not enough mana, I don't think, to use.
Yeah.
Any sort of escape
And
here.
Ornn doesn't seem like he's going to be coming down to help because Ornn is basically dead himself. He's just
Gonna
going to walk
out of there. Okay.
Frickin' Scion. Zen over here trying to take down the Diana. She says, save me, Gromp. Save me. Gromp for the win. Oh, Ornn. Oh, no. Ooh, down he goes to the Zinzao. Echo said, revenge! But everyone's going in different directions. It's hard for them to decide where to go. They are going to get that top turret, looks like. First turret. Yes, it was.
Important too, especially with bounties. Mystifer, you're strong, but you've got two big members here. Zangy arriving, gonna go in. Not even taking damage, it seems, and Amalgamon cannot do anything except try to run away. No mana, though, to use that ult to get out of there. 8 kills now for Mystifer on Echo.
Yeah, Echo is really putting down the damage. I'm still confident that red side has a better late game, even with the super fed Echo. Like, they're scaling with the Scion just getting more and more tanky, probably getting more damage later on as well. They're really still getting bigger, even though he's not getting kills right now. They still have a chance. Ooh, is she gonna make it out? Don't turn around, Soraka. Oh, Aurelion still going back down. Echo just piling up these kills.
And that was a huge tidal wave from Nihongogo's Nami and makes it back to the top lane to immediately cancel Dr. Fox's bullet time. And they just keep going at it here in the top lane. Star on Ornn, though, can't do much.
No, yeah, I mean, Echo is popping off. Diana's getting a little ahead, but that Samira isn't getting too crazy. So at least they don't have that threat to worry about, at least right now. So they have Scion and Miss Fortune doing okay. Miss Fortune's not doing the best. She's 1 in 4, but she's doing okay.
Teleport arriving now. Amalgamon, what are we trying to solve here? 2-on-1 for the time being, with Nami soon to join.
Diana going in for the squishies. She's not going to quite have enough damage, though. Samira going into the back line, but she doesn't have anything to protect her. She's going to take down the Aurelion Soul. Can she take down Misfortune? No, she's going to get bursted down. Echo's going in to clean up the rest of the kills. Can he get to the Misfortune? He's going to focus on the Zinzao. There we go. Get to that Misfortune. Down he goes, but he takes 2 with him. Samira did opt for the Collector second, so she should start getting some damage now. I do disagree with the purchase of the Immortal Shield, though, first. That does kind of reduce your damage output, which you kind of needed early on to secure those kills. But once you get the third item, I don't think it's going to matter. So we'll see how it goes getting into mid-game.
You know, overall good fight for Streamer Sugar Daddies, being down a significant margin of gold and then coming out with an even fight and then getting the dragon on top of it. Yeah, you lose top lane and lose. Oh, they get to maybe gather another kill here. Is what you want to do. Just make sure the lead is not growing and try to keep it even. Let your scaling kind of kick in. You've still got an uphill battle though, because you're down a good chunk of change, but this is the way to get back in the game.
We got the lane rotations here.
Also, good patience by Pop-Tarts. Oh, it's Zangy going in. Moonfalling, Shark Attack, and Asol, who's trying to run away. He's got help coming, but Zangy just picks it up with the Crescent Strike.
Samira is really the only answer to the Scion at this point because he's got a ton of magic resist. He's already got the Hollow Radiance. Samira going in for some big damage. Nothing's CCing her. She's free to do what she wants. Can she get to the Soraka? She might not be able to reach. Holy cow! Here comes the damage. He already used his ult.
Yeah, just trying to run away. Zangy will... It's gonna be the... Ornn ult comes out, but did not need it there. Now they turn for this Baron.
This is becoming a stomp. Now that Samira is a threat, the game has become that much more scary.
Excellent patience from Pop-Tarts, waiting out the important CC, going in into the middle of 4 team members, and no one could cancel. And so really great find from Pop-Tarts to get in there on Samira and do so much damage with that Inferno Trigger.
Slain Baron Nashor.
Echo just went in there and picked off the Aurelion Soul in her tower just for funsies while they were putting the pressure on the Baron. 24-6 and a 10,000 gold difference. Holy smokes.
Yeah, it has gotten difficult here. You can find solace in the fact that you have a dragon advantage, so you're at least can stall out for a little bit, because your opponents aren't going to get to soul anytime soon. But goodness, at 10,000, you're conceding most of the map for the next probably 2 dragons if you're going to make a serious threat at getting to late game.
Absolutely. I'm having trouble figuring out who is going to save them on red side here. Like the only one who's really doing okay in fights is probably the Xin Zhao. Everyone else is kind of getting obliterated very, very quickly.
Yeah, you know, Aurelion Soul can itemize for a good amount of health and obviously scales super well. And I think that's who you're gonna have to hope that Shark Attack plus maybe some of the peel from Tavi and damage from Tavi's Xin Zhao can help you out. But yeah, you're right. You're not a whole lot of options here for the Sugar Daddies, Shurima Sugar Daddies.
Yeah, and with the Aurelion Soul already being at 6 deaths, that is a lot of time off of the map. That's a lot of time not CCing. That's not farming. That's a lot of time not getting experience. We've got a fight going down here as well. It's fortunate. Warren's gonna eat just about all of it, but he's like, it's fine. We're getting the turret off of it. Echo coming into the back line. He wants some kills. He said, give me that Soraka. Diana going in, picking up another kill. This is dangerous. Oh no, Misfortune turned back around. All this gap close with the Diana and the Echo dives. There is no escape. Another Baron shove-in. Is this going to be game? Sion's still up top. He just got back. I don't think he can stop all 4 of them.
It's just right-click the Nexus here, and the death timers are not even long, and another seemingly quick one at 24 minutes. Trying to hold out.
Down. The pass is coming up. Can they kill the Nexus?
2 members up. They're trying to end.
Pad those KDAs, kill them!
Go down, well played in just 24 minutes, building a huge lead there. Mystifer on Echo was incredible, getting him early, and then Pop-Tarts ended up really being patient with Samira after hitting the 2-item spike. Well played from the Piltover Party Girls to earn that win there in decisive fashion.
Seriously, I see why I've been missing the MVPs, because the spectator is now just skipping the recap screen. So I can't see the total damages, I can't see anything. Fix the spectate mode, Riot! Well, based off of what we remember, who would you vote as MVP for that game?
I mean, one member went in the game knowing what their game plan was. They executed that game plan and just got the snowball rolling for his team. That was Mystifer on Echo. He started off with a Dark Seal. He roamed early on in picking up. Even remember when Sion was out there trying to proxy with no HP, it was Echo coming in from having the prio to be able to come down from mid lane and pick up kills. Just in top lane, bot lane, he was always there, and it was such a nuisance. Even in that last fight, getting the chrono break back to do so much damage, which really enabled Pop-Tarts on Samira to come in and start doing damage. So really well played for Mystifer. I have to give them the MVP for knowing that matchup into Aurelion Soul well enough to say I'm taking permanent priority. I'm starting Dark Seal. I'm winning this for my team.
100% agree. Mystifer really punished that poor Aurelion Soul, and he didn't stop there. He went down bot lane, punished bot lane heavily, and he was, even though the Scion built a ton of magic resist, he was basically the only one who was really taking down the Scion until Samira basically picked up the triple kill. Then Samira was a danger. But like you said, like the amazing patience with Pop-Tarts in the bot lane, like it's secured in the game when they already had a massive lead. So definitely MVP going to Mystifer. Congratulations, Mystifer, on the Echo MVP. Looking at the chat, Vibro says Riot is having so many issues right now. 2 of the Ruby matches never happened according to Riot, so I can't pull stats. Yep, sounds about right. Seems like they're having a lot of issues with the spectate mode. So the struggles are real, but it's okay. We will get through it. We will figure it out. Vibros will just have to spend hours afterwards finding everyone's stats and personally recording them himself.
Oh, the good old days.
The good
we
old
ask everyone to
days.
just take a screenshot of their post-game stats match history, please.
Vibros is like, literally. Pull out that Excel spreadsheet, girl. Here we go. John Bot says classic to the 2 Ruby matches never happening. Classic Riot in the new patches, you know. It is what it is. We love Riot. We support them and everything that they do. Sometimes things just don't go perfectly. It is okay. It's gonna be a little rocky for a minute. Highlight says keep last week's stats, delete this week. Not having good games, Highlight. Sorry to hear, girl. Eli Baby says my dad works at Nintendo. I can have him talk to them for you. If I was gaming.
Oh.
Sure, get Nintendo involved in harassing Riot for the issues they have with their new patch. Vibro says thanks. Oh my goodness. Try to think of the items that I haven't really seen used in the new set yet. Is there a place I can see that in the League client?
Oh, in the League client. Oh. I mean,
I thought there was.
That's really a good question. You'll probably have to sort through the arena items too, but I bet they're in there.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. I was gonna say I can go into like a practice game and check it, but then I have to get re-invited, so we'll skip on that.
Probably wise.
Let's check out some op.gg's for our players, because I don't know who their mains are. So just out of curiosity, let's see.
An item I haven't seen a lot, because you mentioned it, is that one that it's the like snowballing item that makes a statue in the base. Is it Hubris, the stacking AD item? I think it's the name of the item. Have you seen that in play?
I've seen it a lot, actually.
Statues look ridiculous. Just have not. Who's building it? What is it good? Who's it good on?
Zed. Everyone's building it on Zed. Hardcore. I've seen a lot of Zeds in my game. I've seen it on Nocturne. I've even seen it on Samira. So.
Oh yes, my duo was telling me I should buy it on Samira, but just the game didn't go long enough for me to grab it.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad on Samira, but like I was saying earlier, I don't like that I have to go lethality on Samira. I don't want to go lethality. I want to go full crit. I want to go full damage. I don't want to go friggin' lethality. I don't know. I just don't like lethality, but that's just me.
And then with our new supports, did we see, or with the enchanters that we just saw, did we see Dawn Core? Was that brought out, or have we? Because I feel like I've not seen the sustainy AP-ish item Dawn Core a whole lot in the bot lane, and I feel like Soraka would be an okay choice for that.
Thank you, John. Yeah. Is Dawn Core the one that gives the bubbles, or is that a different one?
Dawn Core is the one. It provides like the little heal, I think. Like I said, I'm not seeing it a whole lot in my game, so I've yet to learn that item. My strategy was start off learning the AD carry items, and then I branched out to the AP items. So the support items, the new warding items, I'm only familiar with Blood Song. and that's about it. So I'm still working on the utility ones.
I think it's Dawncore is the one that makes the two bubbles. Like you get the purple bubble and the blue bubble, both of which like let your ally do bonus damage and get like a bonus heal. I want to say it's either a heal or a shield. I can't remember. So I imagine it's super good. I haven't used it yet personally. I haven't played a whole lot of support lately. I've been spamming mid lane with my Malzahar, my Lux. John says, I love Dawncore. It's great for pure healing and shields who also want ability haste.
Okay. Yeah, I would imagine. So
Buey sends his gay squid like he did last week, like a bunch. Zangy says, I forgot what it was like to win a game. GG, well played to all. That's right. You guys, you guys went 0-3 last week? Was that your guys' team that went 0-3? I know there was, I think 3 or 4 teams last week who ended up going 0-3. John says Dawncore is a support full item that gives healing and shielding and AP based on your mana regen. Oh, okay, gotcha. So that's not the support upgrade item. I forget what that one's called. That gives the bubbles.
Is it Dream Maker?
Yes, or it's Dream something. I think it might be Dream Maker.
Okay.
And Highlight says Briar's really good with that statue item as well.
Oh yeah, I would bet. Yeah, I feel like most of the sports I've been seeing have been more of the tanky varieties that take advantage of like Trailblazer. So like the Alistars, the Nautiluses, the Bard with Trailblazer. He just zooms around the map. He's the most fun to see.
I was really happy to see a cheap armor support item come into the game. Like when I play support, like on the tanky supports, usually I was stuck like going Eclipse, which is kind of expensive. And then every other item I wanted was also very expensive. Oh, sweet. We are actually going to be watching a game where Chaotic is in it. One of my kids.
Yeah, oh, look at this. I think, well, wait. Okay, the Nabito Prime, as I said there, I've not seen them play, but everyone else I've had the privilege of playing with or casting before, so this is going to be a fun game to watch. I'm excited.
Yeah, so they've got Darkin, Chaotic Caster, Data, Nabito Prime, and Haku Ari. Nihongo says Data equals Stinky? Question mark. Throwing some shade. Let's see. What is the name of this last team? You said it was.
This one is the Yordle Yas Queens.
Yordle Yas Queens.
Of course, it's a name I love. Here we go.
I will get that poll ready. Manage poll.
And then I'm assuming with all the, I don't know if it's on the website, the results. Do we know how the Yordle Yas Queens did through their first 2? Because we've got Piltover Party Girls and 1-1 looking to end positive for the night.
Let's see. Yordle Yas Queens. It doesn't show right now who won. I'm assuming that probably has something to do with the client issues and recording the games, because previously it had been showing who had won the rounds. So we don't know.
Hey. Wow.
Hello.
Hello.
What was that voice? Was that you? Oh. Did you say hey?
No.
Where did that voice come from? Did someone pop in here? No. All right, never mind. I'm just confused. Either I heard something or someone else just jumped in. John says, I want to see Star on GP, but that'll never happen. And Sam
that's
does...
where the GP bands are coming towards Star. All right.
That makes sense. And then John also says, Sam, does VC stand for anything?
You know, it's just my initials. That's super creative. We can say that it stands for voice chat.
Voice chat. Looney Genie says, I'm taking notes to bully Chaotic this week. Good luck, Grandpa. we call Chaotic Grandpa because he's the oldest in the group, so he's Grandpa Chaotic. And Looney's another caster. Chaotic says rude. We've already got... Oh no, are they not gonna ban the Jarvan? They're gonna let the Jarvan in?
They are letting the Jarvan through. They banned the
Jarvan
top.
through. He gets to play
not
Jarvan.
Like that. Okay, here we go. They have first pick available. Wow, they banned just the 3 of the 5 that they just played not liking what they saw out of from that last game.
Right? John's like, GP and Jarvan, I want to see it.
You
There's
love it.
the GP.
I bet they're just talking about, well, we can only get one of these 2 in the first one, which do we pass over? Okay, GP, nice.
John says,
I'm excited
let's
to see this star.
go!
Show it to me. And with any set of new items, I feel like Gangplank is one of those who can find some way of abusing something here.
Yasuo pick, interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a freaking AP Gangplank build at this point. The AP items are so crazy. I'm sure you could go AP Burst Gangplank.
I don't doubt it.
I'm pretty sure his alt has some AP scaling, so he'll just go Malignance, and he'll just alt as much as possible. Got a Jhin pick. That's gonna be 2 ADs already, which means they're probably gonna go in AP support, maybe like a Kale top, maybe a Lily on the jungle. We'll see. Are they gonna grab the Jarvan real quick, or are they gonna let it go through the banning phase? I hope not. They're gonna grab the Jarvan. Grab the Jarvan. Do it. There's the Jarvan.
Jarvan GP. They knew what they were doing.
And an Alistar.
Who was banned
cow.
from who was banned in game 2, I think, as well. So everything coming through.
Okay, the Piltover Party Girls are on blue side. We got Queens are on red side. A Morgana pick, okay.
Alright.
I think that is Chaotic on Morgana. Said no Samira.
Completing just we're gonna ban everything you just played. So let's get Nami and then you'll have a complete all 5 of the comp.
That's insane. They really are doing that. That's funny. They said, we were watching the stream. Let's just ban their whole team.
It worked out. I mean, you closed it in 24 minutes. That's a pretty good comp you ran.
Are they going to do it? Are they going to ban the Nami? Even though they already have their support?
The respect, yeah. Just respect it here.
Just disrespect. What's it going to be?
Not a
No,
problem.
they're going to take out the Misfortune.
Oh, wow. All right. A game without bullet time. Rare sight indeed.
Mm-hmm. Like you said last game, pick or ban on the Misfortune. Nocturne takeout. I'm really interested to see who our ADC is going to be over on Piltover Party Girls. This is why I need to have like spots on the stream in the top left and right. They're just like, this is the team names. I would, of course, probably have to manage that and adjust that every single scene. But then at least I would know who I'm talking about.
Well, there's some knock up now for Yasuo. So little synergy there. I like what both teams are putting together.
Very much so. I love the global presence that we have with the Gangplank alt and the Talia alt. Kog'Maw. That would actually be a pretty good pick. We have a lot of AD with the Gangplank and the Jarvan, because I know Jarvan's probably going to go with the AD build. Oh, but they are going to pick the Kate. He said, I'm going safe. I got a wall of people in front of me. I should be fine. Zyra? Where would that Zyra be going?
Yeah, I'm puzzled. I'll wait for them to lock in. Okay.
Okay, Orianna mid, Yasuo top?
I think so. Looks like, and maybe the Yasuo came down early saying, well, that's what my answer is to Gangplank. So confident perhaps in that matchup.
Yeah, very interesting. All right, let's go ahead and put up the votes. Starting poll. All right, so based on the team comps that you're looking at so far, who are you voting is going to win?
Oh, that is a good question. I really like what both teams have assembled here. Like, I love how on the side of Yordle Yas Queens, you've got this Jin, Morgana, Orianna, they can stay as a little group of 3 and do so much damage from range. And then going in, you've got Zac to knock people up with Yasuo to go right behind it. You have pick potential. You have a good team fight in Yordle Yas Queens. But on the other side, how can you bet against Zhangyi on Jarvan and the Star on Gangplank? You've got signature champions coming out, an ease of execution, a straightforward game plan for them too, with Jarvan going in, with Alistar going in, with lots of bursts from Talia. I honestly can't pick. I think this is going to be a close game, and I'm excited for both team comps.
Yeah, they have the Wombos on red side. I already forgot. I can't really tell from the screen. On the Jin, Yasuo, Orianna, Morgana team, like
or the Yas Queens.
Yordle Yas Queens. Yordle Yas Queens has some serious Wombo combo potential. You got the Zac going in. He can be going in with the Orianna ball. If the Orianna ball goes off, the Yasuo can go flying in there. You have the Morgana going in there with all the AoE. Like, and then you got Jin's final curtain call or final curtain, whatever we called it. Curtains. And from the
curtain
back.
It's curtains.
It's curtains. It's curtains, period. They have serious Wombo combo potential in these team fights. However, the fact that we've got the Star on GP, which I guess is his main, he has almost 1 million mastery points on him. Zhangyi with almost 2 million mastery points on the Jarvan. So they get to play their mains. That Yasuo is 500,000 points mastery 7, so they are a Yasuo player, that's for sure. But yeah, the fact that they have, I'm gonna go ahead and pause that. They got the GP, they've got the Talia, so they have the global presence. They can basically be wherever, whenever. They have a solid front line and solid fighting potential with the Alistar and the Jarvan. They have amazing peel for the Kate. Like, there's just so many good things that could happen in those team fights. So it's really going to depend on if the Wombos happen. If the Wombos don't happen, I'm definitely leaning towards our Piltover Party Girls. So slight favor towards Piltover Party Girls right now. Red Striker says, good luck, have fun. We are in game. I just have it paused. We'll give it a minute before we go back in there so we aren't live streaming without any kind of delay. We don't want to do that. We don't want any cheating. We don't want any people seeing things that they shouldn't be seeing. Our poll is going to wrap up here. Who do we think is going to win? We had 1 vote for Yordle Yas Queens on the red side.
All right. Thank you. Lone voter.
Lone voter. Oh my god, Jakey. Jakey says, like nudes? No nudes. Looney Genie says, I give 1 skin for whoever kills Chaotic 15 times. Y'all are toxic. Oh, Jakey says that's a response to we don't want people seeing what they shouldn't be seeing. Y'all are appropriate. Time out. Go to your corners.
So what can you tell me about some of these players on Yordle Yas Queens?
Yordle Yas Queens. I don't know most. Well, so I've seen Data play. It's been a hot minute though since I played with Data. Haku Ari, I've seen play. I know they were pretty solid in the mid lane, I believe, last season when I saw them. Vladimir says, slay! He had it highlighted with 100 points. Chaotic is all over the place with his champions, so it's hard to say how his performance is. He has been very proud of himself lately as a support. His most recent quote that he's been saying all the time is, I made this, as he pings his ADC, who is like way ahead. So he's very proud of his support plays lately. He's okay. He's okay.
All right, just okay in the bot lane. Data is a great player, really strong in terms of having him on your team with shot calling and just kind of understanding the game. And so anytime, and I've seen him play a variety of positions. I'm sure I've never seen him on Jhin in the league, but I'm sure wherever he is, he always does such a phenomenal job. And so I'm looking, and both of these teams I feel like can have that high level of coordination. We've already seen it out of the Piltover Party Girls, and I'm fully expecting it out of the Yordle Yas Queens.
Piltover Party Boys. You're about to say it, boys. Let's see. Let's go ahead and I think we'll be about a minute and a half behind, maybe 2 minutes.
Let me tell you, if I see Zangy and Star getting going on Gangplank and J4, it will be the Piltover party, boys. Absolutely. And I'm fully expecting it to happen.
All right, here we go. We are in the game. Everyone's leaving the base. Let's get our scoreboard set up here. Our scoreboard, we want to see the chat, objective timers, no time controls. Let's go ahead and zoom out.
Welcome to Summoner's
Are we going to do an invade? Doesn't look like it.
Quiet night. All 3 games.
Bunch of pansies.
30
Get in there and
seconds
fight.
Some early wards thrown down, but that's about it. You know, I haven't seen a whole lot of invades either, even in my solo queue games. I'm not sure. I feel like that it's easier to kind of get out onto the map and spot impending invades, and so there's some risk involved if you go through and like you pick the wrong route to walk through. You could actually fall prey to an ambush inside of the jungle.
Yeah, how do you feel about the new jungle and the new layout of the bushes, the terrain, and all this fun stuff?
I think it's so great that they're keeping. It's just novel, and they're like willing to make those kind of changes. So far, I think so far I haven't really noticed it, which I just think is a testament to how solid it is. I think that you can move around really well and do some different things if you're willing to think about how the new map is structured. And so I enjoy it. I like having new puzzles to solve.
I have mixed feelings. As in the mid lane, I feel like there's way too much space now. There's like a massive gap between those bushes now. Like it's huge.
It does. At first, I was like, "Is my camera like zoomed in?" Like it just felt off because of how everything was pulled apart, and everything's just so much wider now. And now I'm realizing, oh, there's just so much more space.
Just all that real estate. I really hate this bush down here. This bush in the bot lane makes me so
bush
mad.
went on vacation. It wants to be in the bot lane.
I
Best lane.
hate it. I hate it. People will just sit in that damn bush, and as soon as I go to ward it, dead.
Yeah. It does. I feel like bot lane and the way it's been opened up, it's very explosive. It certainly seems like it's easier to gank. If you want to control vision, it's just really difficult to do that. There's always going to be a blind spot.
Oh, Jarvan going in for the early gank of the Orianna. She pops the flash off. She's still going to get knocked up anyways. I don't think he's going to have enough damage. She's going to flash in, and down she goes. First blood goes to Zangy.
Well, that didn't take long. Give me Zangy. Give me Jarvan. I'll get you first blood in under 3 minutes. Way to go, Chef Zangy. Pink's coming down top. It's going to be a 2v2.
Oh, is Jarvan going to make it out? I don't think so. And a kill goes to Yasuo. Oh, I don't know. A kill for Yasuo this early is no bueno for GP.
And that little dot push, the ward that Nabuto Prime put down, spotting out Zangy trying to go for a second quick gank, which alerted Darkin to skip the camp. And here he's coming back with that great angle.
No mercy in that
GP
game plank.
Are having to flash away. But getting letting Darkin know he needed to skip a camp and head straight for the counter gank. So well done, well coordinated there by the Yordle Yas Queens.
And they had a little tiff over this Scuttle Crab, and Jarvan went up and smited it and took it. Jarvan said, "This is my jungle."
Everyone pays.
Everyone pays. GP is one of those champions I really wish I could figure out, but I am not good with the barrels.
Yes, I'm in the same boat. I've never bothered to learn the minigame of how this works. And oh, he's low on resources and Darkin trying to punish further.
He really is. He's like, let's go slip right in here.
But he's only got 1 point in that elastic slingshot. It's not going to go particularly far. He's not reaching yet.
Yeah, he's just going to go back. Oh, Jarvan's here. I would stay here, Zach.
He's there for a counter gank. Well read again.
Oh, no. Is he going to get out? Down goes Yasuo. Jarvan gonna get a double here? I don't think the slingshot's gonna be back up fast enough. Can he kill the passive? And that gives one to GP. Kills all around.
What a collapse. They had it kind of sniffed out. Darkin was there for the counter gank, knowing that they almost had to bring Zangy to relieve pressure, but then it just didn't work out. You had two people on champs that they play so well and just won the individual 2v2. Excellent job to the Piltover Party Girls.
Looney Genie's like, my eyes! Portrait for Foxes says, I wish all of GP's abilities were eating fruit, no barrels. Jarvan going in there for a little dive, but not quite letting the knock up.
But can one of the abilities like be a juice bar? Like could it be the alt, like 3 fruit and then like a juice bar on the ultimate? I think that would be ideal for me.
Vladimir says, good luck, have fun. Highlight says, give me the points, please.
Like to gank. Darkin says, hello,
Seriously?
I'm in the bot lane now.
Nihogo putting down the CC. He said, we're peeling, we're peeling. Some serious damage getting put back down and return to red side. He keeps stepping on those traps. Jarvan's here for the return. He sees the ward there. Zach said, go ahead and back out. Portion for Foxes says, he can keep the alt. That's fun. He gets oranges, tangerines, and mandarins.
Oranges, tangerines, mandarins, and cannonballs. Those are his 4 abilities. That's great.
GP the mixologist. Ooh, alt on the GP from the Yasuo here. Yasuo is not being generous to this GP. He said, you are just taking all of this. Yasuo does not give no craps.
Even with the Steel Tempest going wide, it just did not matter. Nabuto Prime apparently knows this matchup and is punishing Gangplank so far early in the top lane. Opening up to a sizable CS advantage as well.
Goodness, my allergies are going up.
But pulled off by, like, speaking of CS, you've got Pop-Tarts, though, farming incredibly well on Caitlyn. So kind of nullifying any advantage there.
Yeah,
close in gold.
67 to 45. She is 500 gold ahead of Jin specifically.
Just off the farm.
You got Jarvan 700 ahead of Zach.
Mischifer continuing to bully people in the mid lane here.
Zach trying to counter it.
Got the flash. Well,
Ooh.
well done by
Here comes
Darkin.
Jarvan. Here comes Jarvan.
Such a presence.
He said, if there's a fight, I'm here. No question about it. See, that's my thing with jungle, is I find it very hard to be present in the lanes for like all these fights that happen all the time. Zangy is excellent. Like, he's always there if something's going down. Poor Orianna, taking it to the face. She caught all the icicles.
Hakuaru just got poked down too much. Multiple all-ins from Mistifer. Darkin was there, but not enough. Oh, Nabuto Prime trying to get onto Star.
No mercy. No mercy. Jarvan's here. If he goes in, he's gonna ult him. Said payback.
There it is. Watch Cataclysm with the barrage just for good measure. That's what you need, though. You got to get this Gangplank into a point in the game where he can start being effective, because this is not a 1v1 he's happy with right now.
He said, you want to bully my pirate? Get bullied back.
You're alone.
We're gonna
Not
proc the
close
stun
enough
off
for
here.
the-
Ooh, Kate is gonna be able to follow up there.
Yeah, not quite close enough for
She caught a
that.
snare.
Snap trap, they're looking. Oh, Darkin.
Everyone's bullying GP. I think that just means another kill for Zangy, though.
He's there. Just both these junglers right onto that. They've been pathing, just perfectly mirroring one another. They're always in the same spot at the same time, and it's gone back and forth depending on who's gone picking these up. Of course,
Piggy
Zangy
Diffin.
getting a few more. No early grubs, no early dragons, though. I I would imagine one of these sides is going to start looking for him, especially with Nabuto Prime on Yasuo having so much control of the top lane right now. I'd like to see them look for the grubs, and on the opposite side with Pop-Tarts having so much priority, I'd like to see them looking for Dragon.
Yeah, I'm very surprised there hasn't been a grub fight yet. Those grubs are very, very important. They become so important that it bothers me. Zach is already looking to gank bot lane again.
Of course, and there's pings going down on the side of Piltover Party Girls. Do they know this is coming? Zangy not quite close enough.
Ooh, we're gonna
get all
the
in
full
is happening.
Here comes the Talia. Here's that global presence. She's gonna be able to take the Jhin out. Is Alistar gonna make it out? I don't think so. Jarvan's here to return the favor. Alistar's going back in. Is he gonna survive? No, he's gonna get the kill. That Zac heal is pretty crazy, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Procs the passive. Easy takedown.
And as you said, that global presence of Talia that was really the difference maker in that fight. Yes, Darkin had first attack or aggressor in the bot lane, but Zangy was still pathing there. He was a little bit behind, but Talia bought him enough time to get there, and that's that big duo with 7 kills now coming out of the mid-top. Curtains! It's curtains for the dragon. Oh, I'm missing most of them there.
This dragon's just beating up on Zangy.
Wanted to start it, and it looks like without the help of Pop-Tarts, it's going to drop it for now, and that means that Darkin is going to take advantage on the opposite side while this is going down to try to secure some grubs.
Yeah, get them grubbies. The grubbies are important. And Zangy's on the other side of the map, so those are free grubbies.
Yeah, so that was a good curtain call there by Data, because it effectively stopped as they go in again. Nabuto.
Poor GP.
Yeah, Data's curtain call effectively pushing Piltover Party Girls off of Dragon while
Why does it say Jarvan just got one of those?
Doing Void Grubs. I don't. Good, I saw that too.
Free kill for Jarvan.
Well, let's see if now they can parlay that into a Dragon. As J4 looking that direction, has a big mid lane, has a big bot lane to try to make something happen. If he wants it.
So with GP and Yasuo being even on kills, GP is actually 34 CS behind, but they aren't even on gold, both hovering at about 4,300. Alistar going in with the ult. He's CC'd under the tower. He's taking a lot of hits. They take out the GP again. God forbid he's able to just play the game for a little bit. You got teleport coming in down here too. Orianna can be able to pick them off, and there she goes, cleaning it up.
Hey, Chaotic Caster played that phenomenally, hitting the black shield to block the knockup from the Alistar, and then moving into body block Pop-Tarts' ace in the hole, and then CCing every target in the right way, which ultimately kept his team alive, allowed him to do enough damage to bring in the teleport and pick up the kills. Well played, Chaotic Caster. Although Data, you may have overstayed.
No, we can't compliment Chaotic because he's gonna build an ego, and we just can't handle that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong notes.
Wrong notes.
Sorry. It won't happen again. It won't happen again. My apologies.
Orianna's getting a couple plates off here. Maybe that'll get her into the game. She's going against a 4-0 Talia in the mid lane with a almost fully stacked Archangel staff at this point. Jakey says, yeah, Chaotic is forever boosted. All the shade against Chaotic. Zac is coming down bot again. He is being merciless. Non-stop ganking. It's curtains! Oh, he's gonna block that last one on the Kate. Kate's gonna be able to get out though. Cal's got a 1v3. He's gonna get CC'd by the Morgana snare. He's gonna get snared by the Jhin. He's just not allowed to move. Talia was there for the follow-up, but she wasn't there quite fast enough. Zangy's here.
Well, they're low. They've used resources. If there's something to be had, they don't know about Zangy. Now they do. Wisely backing off, and now maybe they've lost their opportunity to do Dragon.
And this Yasuo 2 levels ahead of the game plan. He's gonna just cleanse the ultimate on the Yasuo, but he still goes down.
don't think I realized that was interaction. So you can eat the orange and get grounded, essentially. Get out of the air from Yasuo.
I don't think that's supposed to be an interaction. Like, you can't cleanse knockup, but it definitely happened in that situation.
Only the veteran GPs would know that one. Like Star here.
Very, very slow moment. Everyone's just getting ready to do something here. We got Zach going for the Rift Herald up top here. Zangy on his way over.
Yeah. Will we see? They know about it. I think he's going to jump out and give it up here.
Yeah, if the Yasuo rotates down there, that could be a scary fight. Talia's coming over, so is Orianna. It's going to be a big one. Here we go.
There's 10 kills here. Worth of gold.
There. The knockup on Zangy. Zangy's going to try to take Orianna with him. She gets him. Zangy's running for his life.
Still alive. What
Where's he
play
going?
with no HP?
They have the vision on him. He's going to be able to take the blasting cone. Is he going to go for the execute? I think he'll be able to get the execute. He's going to try to go back. Oh, no, girl. Oh, no, girl.
Oh, the little pocket of vision just about shut down.
820 gold going to Yasuo. That's no bueno.
Backside though, Darkin getting picked off the Budo here
with
though.
The wind wall.
Try to 2v0.
1,000 more gold for Yasuo. And 300 more gold for Yasuo. And that is a full item.
We got to see how much gold does this Naruto Prime on Yasuo now have, because it is a high number.
Let's see. Yeah, he just jumped. He's now has a 3,000 gold lead against the GP with 8,000 gold in total.
Up to 8, yeah. But you do have Zangy and Mystifer at 7 and 7.5 respectively, so it's not like he's way out in front compared to the rest of the team. But that's going to be a scary Yasuo.
Yeah, this Kate Alistar, though, they are way behind on the golds. They are both 3 deaths in. They are struggling on that bot side.
Yeah,
and then GP's just being bullied.
Yeah. Luckily Zangy's here, but that is going to be so much damage coming out. Everything falls, and Budo picking up yet another one, and it's soon to be 2. Mystifer arriving, but not much he can do there. That's going to be a tower.
Jakey corrects us and says that Yasuo knocks up, but his ult suppresses them in the air. So they're cleansing the suppression. Holding down that Alistar. Alistar is on the ult, so I don't think he's going to take quite enough damage. Just going to go ahead and block that. Oh, is he going to be able to knock him back? We got a teleport coming back down. Curtains! Orianna's going to whiff the ult, but she's still going to be able to pick up that Alistar. There was a GP ult dropped bot side, but it's not going to be able to reach anybody.
Such a back and forth from these two. It's mostly because that Alistar is just so tanky. It's difficult for Jhin to get through him quickly, and so he kept trying to go forward and doing damage to the Caitlyn, but just slowly losing. Oh, as the Steel Tempest finds its mark in Nabuto Prime. Godlike now. You're not surviving if anyone gets hit there.
Those Steel Tempest, or that's what it's called, Steel Tempest?
The tornado, the little tornado that he fires, Steel Tempest.
Yeah, those are very hard to dodge. They're so fast when they come out. It's very, like, you can walk directly straight upwards, and you just can't outrun it. Oh, poor GP. Run for your life, girl. Orianna's coming to grab him, though, so I don't think he's going to make it out of here. Blasting cone? Jarvan is here. He's trying to pick up this data. Oh, Demacia! Putting down the hurt on the Jhin.
That data, you can't get out of that one. Bot lane has just been a punching bag from both sides here.
100%.
14 death between.
Find the Zac sitting there. Here comes Baron swimming through the river.
Baron, oh, I love that we get the little appearance of Baron here as he goes to his spot at 20 minutes.
Oh, poor GP. I'm so sorry I have to deal with this Yasuo. Yasuo's doing great. Good for you, Yasuo. But you automatically get some hatred for playing Yasuo. That's just how the game is. You chose this life.
Okay, well, we have Mystifer trying to come over and pick up some...
The wind wall's gonna block the first
waiting
Q.
it out the wind wall, shut down 1,000 gold. Mystifer will certainly appreciate that.
Oh, this poor Kate too. This bot lane is just getting murdered. Curtains. And with blue side basically having 9 deaths on the bot side. Although it hasn't really gotten the enemy bot super ahead, most of the kills have gone to Zat or the Yasuo. So the Jhin Morgana aren't cray-cray.
No, absolutely not. It's really been, it just hasn't been a 2v2 down there. It's mostly been the jungler interference, and I cannot believe it. At 21 minutes, that's the first dragon that's been taken here.
Wow.
We're in for, and with the gold lead so close, we're in for a long one.
And like we were saying at the beginning, like this could be a very long game. These games are going to go back and forth based on the fights that happen on these objectives. We've only had one objective basically so far, and everyone's going murder crazy. Like there's non-stop ganking, non-stop fighting. Go, go, go! Here comes the Kate. Oh, Zach's gonna block it. Zangy goes down. GP is a little too squish. I don't think he's gonna survive this. Down he goes. Kate hasn't really gone off yet either. Alistar catches the snare for him. Ooh, the Orianna ult. Not quite enough damage to take him down. Is everyone going to be able to reach that Kate? He's going for it. Popped into the passive. I don't think they're going to be able to save him. Keep catching those snares, Mukau. Looney G is quoting Chaotic right now. Help! 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 That's his catchphrase.
They needed it. Yes. They needed it. It was a 4v5. But it was a 4v5. It means Nabuto Prime getting all the way to the inhibitor during that time. So yeah, you won the fight. You got 1 extra kill on the bot side of the map, but you gave up 2 turrets in the top side, which keeps the gold at about what it was. It's just, this is just tricky. Both teams have someone who's ahead, and they're a problem for the opponents. We've got Zangy and Mystifer, so much damage, and then we've got Nabuto Prime on Yasuo, which is just, I mean, level 15 now. It is, this is going to be exciting.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the teams right now, I would, based on what's going on, as much as I want to say, blue side's got this, with Zangy being so ahead and Taliyah being pretty ahead, the Yasuo can really screw them over. And with the wombo combo that they'll have when they actually go into these bigger team fights rather than just these little ganks on the sides, will only get scarier. Instead of hold still, Zangy. The GP at this point has basically been removed from the game. He is not allowed to participate.
Yeah.
They said, we're not going to ban it. We're just going to make sure you can't play. Alistar said, leave my Zangy alone. He's allowed to play his main for once. You can't be mean to him. Orianna getting the ball off on the Taliyah there. And down she goes.
Flash, yeah, that's going to be it. And Nabuto Prime. Meanwhile, on top lane, you're going to just go all the way through the inhibitor. Okay, it's beginning to feel like, what are you going to do?
Oh, Zangy's probably going to go down here as well. He's going to smite him. Oh, he's going to live. Alistar's heal helped him for a second. Here comes the Zac back in. They are chasing really hard.
Yeah, and if you were Hilt over Party Girls, you need to do something with this opportunity here. You have 3 low health targets. Are you going to be able to find any kills? Not with Nabuto here.
Oh, yeah, with Nabuto here, things are looking very grim for blue side, but it looks like he's going to be able to jump in there and take out the Jhin. Yasuo is ready for his 1v5. He's right. He's like, give me my ace.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, getting the inhibitor top and now another. I mean, they won a big team fight. I wouldn't call it a team fight. More just they picked off so many members of Piltover Party Girls. That said, the lead is not out. I mean, at this point, last game, the game was over and they were a team was 10,000 gold up. It's only a 3,000 gold swing. So, and luckily, the dragons have not been stacked. So it's certainly possible to get back in this game, but gosh, you're at a power spike right now where Nabuto on Yasuo feels so difficult to deal with. I don't know how you answer him.
Great question. It's going to be hard to even lock him down. That wind wall usually is going to be blocking off that Morgana snare. Like, unless Orianna gets like a really amazing... Well, I'm sorry. Actually, they're on the same team. If Alistar can get in there and kind of hold him for a second for Jarvan to explode him, but he can just easily turn the Steel Tempest back onto somebody else and basically get out of it and just kill somebody in the process. Like,
yeah, and maybe while he's dashing, if you've got Misifer and Unraveled Earth to slow that down. Or are they going to contest this? It's not a give?
oh, Zany, I think is going to give it. Yep, they're giving it.
Okay.
They said we got to go answer the Yasuo or clear camp.
Yeah, I think that they're just not in a position to fight.
Alistair said leave them alone.
Get out of here.
Oh, this poor cow. He has to go in his ult just to try to survive this. Kid's gonna get caught by the Zac pull. Zangy is waiting for an opportunity, but it is looking scary.
Yeah, I think they count their blessings to just get out of there. They weren't in a position to really contest that dragon. They figured it out and then managed to get everyone escorted out. Yeah, or the last queen's doing the right idea, saying, okay, if you're not going to fight us on an objective, we'll go to Baron and we'll make you.
Yeah. Oh, they're just gonna pick them off here. Gangplank has to stay behind and clear out the super minions. They're gonna be able to take out the cow here.
Yeah, the Unbreakable will not enough against this Nabuto, and they're starting up the Baron.
Yasuo said, I'll 1v4, you gotta get the Baron.
Oh, last breath drawn from Caitlyn here. Nabuto just trying to go crazy with Kroll.
Oh, he's got the Guardian Angel.
To help.
Oh, caught with the snare. Is he gonna be able to 2v2? Spell Shield's not gonna be enough against the two AD champions.
Okay, solid. That was a very important pickup. They do lose the Baron, though, on the backside of that.
Oh, Morgana gonna narrowly make it out of there. That is 4 people with Baron buff.
EP, you've got good wave clear, but this could be a little much for you here.
Oh, yeah.
Given the state of how your lane has gone. Okay, they're going to give a second inhibitor.
So now it's time to back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yasuo has a 6,000 gold lead over most of the enemy team. The Talia's a little bit behind. She's about 3,000 gold behind.
It's just ballooned. You know, it's really difficult. I think that you can give. I think Piltover Party Girls can afford to give another dragon if they so choose. You gotta just look for a quick pick on an immobile target if you're Piltover Party Girls, and if they don't give it to you, you just got to be happy to sit back and farm. This is really a tough spot right now that they're in.
Yeah, feels bad for the Alistar. He is at the lowest amount of gold with only just under 7,000, so barely 2 items. Whenever else is working on their like 3rd, some on their 4th. Not a good feeling when you don't have money to buy things.
My burn off data's curtain colleges, so this could be a little bit easier, but there's the combo. Darkin getting in, lighting them out, immediately for the last breath, but they're able to get them going. Who ate the Pop-Tart staying alive long enough to fight back? So maybe the wrong target chosen is 2 down, somehow finding an improbable win. The star does
to the back.
All the way.
Talia is really scary on the damage. Jarvan's able to hop in there and reach. Are they able to reach Talia? Ooh, ouchie, not the 4 shot. And the Zanyas.
What an excellently executed team fight there from Piltover Party Girls. Yordle Yasqueen's committing hard onto just a single target with the Elastic Slingshot and the Last Breath from Yasuo and immediately getting punished somehow. I'm not sure how. Somehow Pop-Tarts not dying, staying alive long enough to contribute damage to help his team win. Way to pull out a team fight win. They were 5,000 gold behind before that fight, and now they've closed it to a respectable 2. Huge, especially with all the minions they're going to be able to collect.
Yeah, absolutely massive turn in that fight. It's just a shame that they're not going to be able to get any other objectives off of it because they have to clear their base. There isn't any other objectives up. So it's just going to be another even fight for these next objectives. When this dragon comes up in 5 seconds, it's either one's game at this point.
Yeah, we'll see. With Super still in the mid lane, and vision control firmly set, it's going to be tricky for Piltover Party Girls to move in. They're seeming to make the call to contest, though.
If they can pick off this Yasuo, Kate's going to get caught there. Zangi's unstunned, but Yasuo's still kicking. He goes down. That is epic for blue side. Curtains! Trying to get the Kate, but the Kate does get out. Orianna's taking a beating from the GP, and GP is gonna take him down. Jin's still alive though. All right, 2 alive on each side.
Yeah, messy on both. Well executed on both teams, really. They were able to get down that Yasuo. Clearly the vision. I think one thing that's kind of that I hadn't considered is that Unraveled Earth on Mystifer's Talia makes it difficult for Nabuto to operate in there, taking a lot of damage if he chooses to try to dash through it, and that was a big contribution to all that damage that went down.
That was an interesting interaction. Zach was able to like grab onto a pink ward with his ability and the dragon.
Oh, was it I missed that. Was it a opponent's pink ward?
Yeah, it was an opponent pink ward. He just like did his ability and was able to grab it.
Yeah, anything that's targetable, you can do it with the little plant in the jungle. If you hit one part of your stretching strike, you can like target a plant and you can bash them together. Anything that you can click on, you can do that for.
Interesting. I wouldn't think that would be a thing.
Yeah, I think I played main Zac for a little bit and got used to some of those tricks, and it always bothers me when I see people. I'm like, oh, you can auto so many things in this game. It doesn't have to be a champion or a minion.
All right, they're spending a lot of resources on this cow. Talia's right there to explode the Morgana. Spell shield goes up. She's gonna go all ahead and ult the Alistar. All right, at least Orianna didn't ult the cow. Jarvan flies in there, taking out the Morgana. Ult goes off on Zangi, but Zangi didn't take that much damage. Gotta go ahead and take out Jin. Orianna's looking like she's in danger. Is this the turnaround? Yasuo is completely separated. He is bot side. He's not even close to the base though, and red team is basically all gone down. Blue team should be able to pick up the Baron here.
Yeah, Nabuto Prime's yet. Oh, they're still looking for more. Dark and gonna try and slingshot away. Yeah, Nabuto Prime on Yasuo went down bot lane to try to hunt for Gangplank, who just recalled in a brush, and so wasted so much time. And that's, yeah, the 4v4 is heavily in the favor of Piltover Party Girls. You have to be there if you're on Yasuo.
Yeah, they're gonna take the mid turret. Talia teleported down bot to stop the Yasuo. Yasuo's going back. This is their opportunity to take the Baron. Zac is looking to potentially steal it. They do have vision over there.
Sure thing with Zac in the area. He's going to start charging up now, though. He's missed his opportunity. Blue team secured by Zangi. The Baron, great job.
Man, things were looking very much in red side's favor with this Yasuo going crazy in these fights, but Piltover Party Girls are putting it down. They're like, we're not out.
Yeah, it was a 5,000 gold lead for Yordle Yasqueen's not that long ago, and now they're finding themselves down with Piltover Party Girls having the Baron. We knew it would be back and forth, but I was not expecting it to be like this.
Preach. What on earth? I think it's going to be one more fight. One more fight, and the game is going to be over.
It is. We are past 30 minutes. The death timers are so long. Either team could... either team could get a decisive team fight and end the game.
And blue side's got Baron right now, so if they pick off just 2 of them, if they get that Yasuo down, that could be GG'd right there.
Yeah, if you're Piltover Party Girls, you're definitely wanting to ping and track the movements of Yasuo because he is the potential to carry the fight. And if you're Yoru Yasuo, you've got to play around that Nabuto Prime's Yasuo. They're channeling. No.
Who's gonna get in there
on a
first?
Flank.
GP might get got out here. Zach
there it is,
the
elastic blink shot.
Here we go. Jarvan going straight in for the back line. The cow on the front line. There is just so much going on. Everyone's flying in different directions. Yasuo gets resurrected by the Guardian Angel, though. 5 versus 2. Things are not looking good for Piltover Party Girls. Zangy, 1v5. You can do it, girl.
And just a clean fight coming out there for Yordle Yasqueens, even down in gold. They played it excellently. Nabuto Prime and having the Guardian's Angel was huge. You saw such a big focus from the Piltover Party Girls to try and get them going. What really happened there was Dark and Alaska's Slingshot hitting 2 targets that time instead of 1, which was it turned out to be a perfectly good initiation for them, even down a little bit. And now they're just looking to end it. Zangy, can you buy enough time? Your team's spawning now.
Pad those KDAs, pad those KDAs. Take down the cow. Oh my goodness.
That is it. What a back and forth swing. Just what that looked like. Piltover Party Girls were moving into commanding position, grabbing the Baron. Yordle Yasqueens, as you said, the next fight decided it. They grouped up. They found an initiation that they needed onto the squishy targets of Piltover Party Girls, and the fight was won. So clean. What a great final game for Piltover and the Yordle Yasqueens. Well earned.
Yeah, that was insane. That last fight, GP just got caught out. And even though GP was basically removed from the game as a big player, they needed just that extra little bit of resource, that extra little bit of damage to be able to win the fights. And having that removed also forced Piltover Party Girls to start a fight in a bad position where they were kind of separated. So yeah, that was it could have gone either way in that one moment. That was such a turnaround, so quick, such a good game. I mean, we called it in the beginning that it was going to go either way. It was going to be pretty even. It's going to change on those fights. Very, very good game to watch. Who would you say would be the MVP of that game?
I think that although I saw some really great plays in the bot lane from both Data and Chaotic Caster, I think I've got to go to the opposite side of the map. Nabuto Prime was a black hole. He was attracting all sorts of attention. He was eating up minions and creep and champions alike. And really, Yordle Yasqueens did not have a win condition except through Yasuo, which is a lot. They had the CC to potentially wrap him up, and they did it a few times. But when it came down to it in that final team fight, he played it excellently, made the right item purchases, and won, and really helped his team win the game. Although it's hard to really say that. Yes, I think gave an MVP effort. I think the rest of his team, especially Darken and the attention he gave to him in those fights, really helped him get to that point. But he did earn himself the carry.
Yeah, both junglers really, really had a massive presence across the map. I have never seen so many ganks in so many fights across the map in 20 minutes. That was wild. So both junglers did amazing. Out of the park, fantastic. I will also give the MVP to the Yasuo, though, because the Yasuo really just absolutely slaughtered his lane and was able to just basically win most of the fights throughout the game. He was the game changer. Yasuo carried the game the most, even though his whole team was doing pretty well. So congratulations, Yasuo, for the MVP. Yay! Zangy said, not bad for first time J4.
Yeah, I think that you should try putting some more games in J4. I think you and he have a future together. Great job, Zangy.
Chaotic Caster says, laughing my ass off. I was a bottom. I mean bottom. Yes, definitely. Yas definitely carried. Nabito says, GG's all. Great games, guys. Absolutely good games. All right, that's going to be our stream for today. We will be on again next week, same time, same place for week 3 of CMSA's League of Legends League. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a wonderful night, okay? Bye.
Good night, everybody. Bye.